You are about to experience the Drunken Peasants podcast, the greatest podcast in human history. Please recognize that this podcast is designed to be amusing and entertaining, and thus we engage in satirical comments, exaggerations, and even dirty jokes. If you are offended by such things, please go away and die. If you enjoy this podcast, we ask that you help to support its existence by contributing to our Patreon at patreon.com/DP. Contributors get regular access to monthly private shows, special commentaries, Google Hangouts with the peasants, and more. If you don't want to do that, you can also support the show by visiting audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get a free audiobook and access to over 150,000 audiobook titles, including great selections on science and skepticism. And if you shop on Amazon.com, we strongly urge you to use one of the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of our videos. You can help support the show simply by using our link to buy things you were going to buy anyway. Now that we've got all that shit out of the way, sit back and enjoy the show. Has anyone ever been far even as decided to what? Okay, I'm gonna skip that because that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna try to figure this out because the more I look at it, has anyone really been far even as decided to use, even go, want to do, look more like? What the fuck? It's so strange because it looks like it wants to make sense, but it just doesn't. Has anyone really been far even as decided to use, even go, want to do, look more like? I'm convinced that this is a really fucking subtle troll, because there's no fucking way! No fucking way anyone asked that seriously. Okay.
From the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist? It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be light.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Hello and welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, episode
Fucking
187. TJ was about to pull a 187 on Scotty before we came on the air.
Oh, yeah. That's murder, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck you, TJ. You almost killed me.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You almost killed me, TJ. Why do you want me dead, TJ?
Yeah.
Why do you want me dead?
I want everyone dead.
You want
I
everyone?
want them all dead.
So you were just starting with me.
Yeah.
Ah, well, that's understandable.
You're the first phase.
Phase one.
Phase one.
Kiss Scotty.
Phase 2, give up.
Yeah.
Eat
Yeah.
donuts.
Fall asleep.
Oh, you forgot smoke cigarette. Fall asleep.
Hey, I'm chewing nicotine gum now, Scotty.
Is that why you're...
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I've quit smoking for the 12,000.
I know. Are you going to make a video?
7th time.
Last one.
This is a pivotal moment in my life.
The day I quit smoking again.
Again.
I have a hemorrhoid.
Oh, God. Why did you bring that up?
Congratulations.
I feel like I need to.
Good job, TJ. You got a
That's what I've been
hemorrhoid.
dealing with the last fucking 24 hours, man.
Yeah, TJ's been like all jittery.
Stabbing
Yes.
pain.
Like in the car ride, TJ was
Like a knife, a twist within my
TJ was
anus.
like in this weird position in the car ride, and he's like just gonna like I don't want my ass to touch the seat. So I started driving over those fucking like potholes and the fucking the trunk bumps, and TJ said like, ah! It was actually pretty interesting to see TJ have that reaction.
like he was getting fucked in the ass
Scotty
with like a dagger.
swerved around.
Yeah, I was swerving around, like going over curbs, and just anything I could do to make it as uncomfortable as possible.
That's hilarious.
For TJ.
Yeah, driving in like the gravel and shit.
We went mudding in the woods.
You went mudding.
Mudding. Me and Scotty went mudding.
We went
mudding.
I gotta get me one of them mudding trucks. Mudding.
That is a real thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
God.
it is.
Let's go mudding.
Faith in humanity just lost.
Oh, you thought I made it up? No.
No. Well, I was like, oh shit, that's probably something they do in Louisiana or something.
Oh yeah. For certain,
Not as much
dude.
there because,
It's flat. It's
too
marshy.
flat. It's more that people more want to do it on a somewhat bumpy terrain that's kind
like
of
Tennessee or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tennessee would be perfect for that
Like
kind of
that.
shit. Alabama, places like that.
Let's go mudding over yonder.
Yeah.
Head over yonder, go mudding.
Mudding.
Sounds like mutton.
Mudding.
Let's eat some mutton and go mudding.
Well,
Americans do that with T's. They make them into D's.
Mud.
Get some water.
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 TJ broke his ass. That's true.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Something broke your ass.
Too many bananas. Too much potassium.
Let's get this shilling stuff out of the way before we move on with the show. We'll start off with Jim
Dinor!
Holy shit, who would have thought that...
Dinor.
Yeah, Dinor is unstoppable.
You know what? You guys just didn't have faith in Jim Ass.
If you don't have a Dinor shirt, you're the biggest faggot on earth.
You gotta have fucking
and you
faith.
deserve to die.
218 copies of the original design.
Who does not fucking love Dinor is the question. The Dinor shirt is the greatest shirt we've ever had, easily.
63 of the black Dinor shirt, in case you're like a goth who likes Dinor. And then we got the Get Owned by Jim Ass shirt, which has sold 12.
Not as good as Dinor.
Just in case anyone's not aware,
That's more for the elitist.
There are options too. If you go to each one, there are different colors you can choose.
Yeah, see? Look at all the colors. There's colors. Look.
You know, I have to say the original Dinor is just still the best. It really is.
You really can't top the original.
You cannot top the original.
You know,
Dinor.
if you don't like that one for some reason, like you're retarded.
There's something fucking wrong with you, basically.
You know, you can get other ones too.
Yes.
Dinor. I guess this one is even available in some other colors.
Yeah.
You can get like a fucking pink Dinor shirt if you want. Yeah. You'd be the toast of the town.
And the best part about it all is Jim Ass doesn't see any of the money. It's all for us. We're just really greedy. Jim Ass doesn't get anything.
We kick Jim Ass.
Actually, he does get to meet us at a bar where we throw down the money we made and we just spend it on like just drugs, and he gets to watch us just consume drugs.
No, he gets to do some of the drugs too.
No.
Maybe a little bit when we get really fucked up and stop caring.
Yeah, when we're all passed out, he could sneak in and steal what's left.
He can steal an 8-ball of coke when we're like kind of crashing
And one of
out.
the used hookers.
We just gave you STDs.
You know what? Yeah, we're gonna give back.
I love how the Bullpuss shirt has at least sold enough to where everyone who's ordered it will get one.
You will get Bullpuss.
Yes.
You want some?
You'll
Bullpuss?
get owned by Jim Ass.
And then you get the Bullpuss.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way. People are asking, why is Paul not here? Paul has stuff to deal with.
Paul has AIDS. I'm sorry.
And he could not appear on the show.
Paul is dead.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul has AIDS. He's dead. He's gone.
No, Paul has got other shit going on tonight. He can't be here.
Yep.
But he will be back.
Yep.
Paul's getting laid and getting paid.
Fret the fuck not, my friend.
We also have a new link down below for people to RSVP for the meetup in Los Angeles, January 14th. 2016.
Yeah.
Booked all our shit, so we're definitely going.
We're going. There's going to be a meetup no matter what. We're trying to find a venue. If we can't find a venue, we'll meet up somewhere
public.
Yep. So one way or another, there's going to be one.
We're going to meet. Come hell or high water or hell.
So go to the link below, RSVP for the meetup. If you're bringing someone with you, make sure to include that. Let us know. We need to know.
We need to know for our plans.
Yes.
Our extravagant, calculated plans.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to shill before we move on?
We do have guests come. Well, at least we have one guest coming up.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to talk about him yet. You know, one thing I'd like to do is get Repsion on here to talk to Vegan Gains.
Yeah. Let's get that happening.
Yeah. I want that to happen. I feel if we prod Repsion enough, he'll do it.
Everyone go harass
tweet him.
Go harass Repsion and be like,
Or
Repsion,
Facebook or wherever he is.
Repsion, you need to face your fucking darkness.
Your arch
Face your
nemesis.
fears, Repsion.
You need to
face your fears.
Darth Gaines. Because Repsion bitched out. It's time for him to unbitch out. It's time for him to bitch in.
Damn, TJ. Telling it like it is with that one, huh?
No.
Betraying your good friend, Repsion. Your old pal.
All right, I've been meaning to play this one for a while. This is a funny video. A clip from a wrestling show in Japan.
Sweet.
Talk about kayfabe here.
Oh! His cock is too strong.
Power of the cock.
The power of cock compels you. The power of cock compels you. Wow.
I've never seen anything like this.
Why would you have?
Well,
Of course, this is going on in Japan.
people say wrestling is like so gay. This is gay. This is totally gay. He's fucking grabbing it. He's like straight up grabbing his dick.
It's Japan, though.
Well, he thought he was
So
going to be able
they
to
just do
overpower the cock, but the cock is overpowering him.
Oh my
somehow.
god.
This is the kind of shit they just do, though. This isn't even like, this is probably normal. This is like normal for Japanese wrestling, probably.
This happens all the time. This isn't even a Japanese wrestling thing. You
Whatever.
see this in the streets in Japan.
If I saw this.
And the crowd cheers. They're like, yeah. What have we seen? What have we seen?
Were you just jerking him off?
Power level.
He hit 9,000.
Oh, yeah. He's well
over that.
He's over 9,000 by far. Oh, shit.
Troll.
I have a cough.
Hold on. You always have a cough. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I usually have a cough because I've smoked a lot of weed and stuff, but
You
I actually
cough-
have like a real cough now.
Oh, okay. So
And the sniffles.
you have a real cough
I'm
now.
sniffly, Ben. Do you not hear me?
TJ, now 80% more sniffles.
That's sniffles, Ben. I have a cold.
You're such a crybaby.
I have a cold going on this end, and then my ass is a fucking death zone.
You're getting spit roasted.
Yeah, man. Everything's fucked up right now. I'm just like I'm fucking hanging on to this mortal
fucking
coil by a thread.
falling
at this
apart,
point.
TJ. You're falling apart, dude.
All right, troll or not a troll?
All right,
it's a troll.
Scotty says troll.
This is two college girls hypnotize you to sleep.
All right.
All right.
Look how it's dangling back and forth, back and forth. Look at my finger. Look at it, turning round and round. Look at it. Now look at my pendant. Look how it's swinging back and forth. Look how sleepy it's getting you. Look at my finger, I said. My finger. No, my pendant.
I think TJ may be
My
dead.
finger. Follow it.
Okay.
Well, is it clear they're not trolls because it works?
This video is an hour and 8 minutes long.
Well, yeah, I guess it really will put you to sleep. Listen to this shit for an hour, sure.
They're gonna
It's not
Always
hypnosis. It's called
making
fucking boredom.
circles. No, you Can't even take your eyes off my pendant. No, my finger. Follow my finger.
Is it wrong that I keep expecting them to break into one of the songs from Hocus Pocus or something?
Follow the finger. Like, I don't want to.
Swinging back and forth. It's making you so submissive.
You're so submissive, Scotty.
Follow it.
You're so submissive.
Keep looking
Finger's coming
at
for
my
you, Scotty.
finger. That's right. I can't even take your eyes off my pendant. Oh, my finger. Pendant.
Finger pendant. Finger my pendant.
So, how do you feel about it?
I'm gonna say. I mean, they do this for an hour and 8 minutes.
Yep.
I'm gonna say not a troll.
Yeah, not a troll.
All right.
They even have a fucking website.
I agree.
I think that actually would put people to sleep, though. Not for the reason.
Look at my finger. Look at my finger. Look at it. No, look at my pendant. It is swinging.
I know, they're not even doing it well. That's like, they're just kind of like, she's kind of moving it like an inch or two. It's like, you should be like, it's supposed to be like rhythmic.
No.
The other one's like, oh, I didn't bring anything. I'll just use my finger. I will use my finger.
Ooh, finger.
I'm being hypnotized right now.
Feel my finger inside.
All right, so we're going to play some footage from the GOP debate.
Cool.
Here's a quick summary made by CNN. It's the GOP debate in 90 seconds.
Yeah, you should just wait for that one because it's a lot better than actually watching this shit.
Trump says we ought to close that internet thing.
Donald, is great at the one-liners, but he's a chaos candidate.
And this is what it's like.
Sweet.
Donald is great at the one-liners, but I'm not.
You know
obviously.
what? Dude, Jeb Bush is doing more to get me to vote for I would actually consider Donald Trump, he's the chaos candidate. It's like, that actually sounds pretty crazy.
Yeah, man.
Why not?
That sounds like a fucking metal album or something.
Be on the
Chaos
floor of the United
candidate.
States Senate. Endless debates about how many angels on the head of a pin from people who've never had to
You're
make
not
a
gonna win.
consequential decision.
Donald.
Yeah. Unless it's a pie eating contest.
Chris Crispy.
The second we start having pie eating contests to determine who's going to be president, Chris Crispy will call you.
Yeah, like my fucking money would be on him in that case, yeah.
You're not going to be able to insult your way to the presidency.
It's actually
Well, he seems to be doing it so far.
It's actually
merciful if you go ahead and finish the job rather than death by 1,000 pricks. So you are okay.
What?
That's
Death
you know
by
what?
1,000
That
pricks?
should be the name of this fucking debate. Death by 1,000 pricks. The GOP debate.
With the deaths of thousands of innocent children and civilians, it's like
You got it.
You got it. The audience doesn't like the question. You right, audience.
Boo that media. You got it, audience. That question's not fair.
So when you ask yourself, whoever you are, that
Donald Trump's like, it's like he's trying to kiss his own cheek.
think you're going to support Donald Trump, think, do you believe in the Constitution?
They can kill us, but we can't kill them. That's what you're saying.
If you want something talked about, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman.
Well, I think if you're in favor of World War III, you have your candidate.
Virtually the entire early portion of the debate was Trump this, Trump that, in order to get ratings.
Mr. Trump,
I've gotten to know him over the last 3 or 4 days. He has a wonderful temperament. He's just fine. Don't worry about it.
Aww. They're friends again.
It's a bromance.
Because Cruz went to, I think what happened was Cruz started creeping up on Trump in the polls, and, Trump started attacking Cruz. I think Cruz went to him and be like, look, if you get the nomination, I'll be your VP.
Oh, by the way, something we forgot to mention that we need to mention.
There. What's that?
Private show tomorrow.
What time?
I don't know. I was thinking, I don't.
Scotty, what time is your shit? happening? What time?
I would say like 7:30 then.
7 o'clock tomorrow. Private show. 7 o'clock tomorrow. Private show. 7 o'clock tomorrow.
All right. The announcement has been made.
The announcement has been made.
Yeah.
How much people are whining? They're like, drunken scam artist. You're not doing your private show in December.
We are.
It's like there's still several days left in December.
Yeah, we were gone.
There's more than
we were
there's
gone
like
for a
12
lot of
days or
December.
something, 13 days.
The holidays are crazy. You motherfuckers know this. Don't be acting stupid.
Ted, you support legalizing people who are in this country illegally.
That for Marco to suggest our record's the same, it is like suggesting the fireman and the arsonist have the same record because they're both at the scene of the fire.
Are you ready to reassure Republicans
Yeah, they're really
tonight that
bad
you will run
arsonists.
as a Republican and abide by the decision of the Republicans?
I really am.
Okay.
All right.
So that was their debate.
Didn't really miss much.
Did CNN cut out all the substance, or was it just none there?
It's the GOP debate.
I would say none.
There's really not
Right.
gonna-
Okay. Sure.
Pretty much all these debates, even the Democratic debates I've seen, have just been like pretty much nothing.
Oh, another announcement that I forgot. Down below, there's a link to our Vimeo On Demand page that has our show, our private show from August, available for rental. $5 gets you access to that. So feel free to follow the link below. You'll see it there, the Vimeo.com On Demand page.
Sweet.
So, moving on. Marco Rubio attacks Ted Cruz's voting record. So, like, the pipsqueaks are fighting amongst each other now.
Neat.
He said he, referring to Senator.
Neat.
Your riveting commentary. Neat.
Neat. It is neat. Do you not think it's neat, Ben?
Oh, go on.
Do you not think it's neat?
Play the video.
Do you not think it's neat, Ben?
Play the video, TJ.
I just want to say my stepdad loves both of these candidates.
Cruz voted against the Defense Authorization Act every year that it came up, and I assume that if he voted against it, he would veto it as president. That's the bill that funds our troops.
That is accurate. 3 times he voted against the Defense Authorization Act, which is a bill that funds the troops. It also, by the way, funds the Iron Dome and other important programs. And I have to assume that if you vote against it in the Senate, you would also veto it as president. He has also supported, by the way, a budget that is called the containment budget. And it is a budget that would radically reduce the amount of money we spend on our military. You can't carpet bomb ISIS if you don't have planes and bombs to attack them with. And if we continue those cuts that we're doing now, not to mention additional cuts, we are going to be left with the oldest and the smallest Air Force this country has ever had. And that leaves us less safe.
Senator Cruz.
Well, you know, Marco has continued these attacks, and he knows they're not true. Yes, it is true that I voted against the National Defense Authorization Act because when I campaigned in Texas, I told voters in Texas that I would oppose the federal government having the authority to detain U.S. citizens permanently with no due process. I have repeatedly supported an effort to take that out of that bill, and I honored that campaign commitment. But more broadly, you know, the notion Marco is suggesting that somehow he also has tossed more than a few insults this direction. Let's be absolutely clear. ISIS and radical Islamic terrorism will face no more determined foe than I will be. We will utterly destroy them by...
You're talking a lot of talk.
Oh, man. ISIS ain't never met a motherfucker like me before, guys. Yeah, I'd love to see Ted Cruz go take on ISIS, man. Yeah, you fucking... You'd fare so well.
What's even more hilarious, the whole notion that started this, that's, we don't spend enough money on the U.S. military. It's like, you know, if Ted Cruz was in there, they wouldn't spend anything on the military. It's like, he's a Republican. Of course he's going to spend a ton of money on the military. It's not that's going to benefit us in any discernible way. It's just going to be like some defense contractors get richer, and then, you know, we get more excuses about why jets and tanks and shit, you know, that we don't want or don't need to get are being built.
That even the military doesn't want sometimes.
By targeting the bad guys. And one of the problems with Marco's foreign policy is he has far too often supported Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama undermining governments in the Middle East that have helped radical Islamic terrorists. We need to focus...
Oh, yeah, man. Rubio is just sucking at the fucking dick of Obama and the tits of Hillary. Just like, nom, nom, nom.
Just like them. You know, well, you know, it's obviously just thinking of the general election. He's just hoping, like, if I get there, I'm already going to start attacking Hillary. Oh, Hillary is the worst person in the fucking world. Look what happened in Benghazi. Hillary was there. She had all her evil emails just stored in Benghazi, so she had some terrorists go take the server out.
I wonder if when people who like both of these guys see them fight, and they're like, guys, don't fight.
Get along.
It's too easy to get along. They're nice guys.
Focus on killing the bad guys, not getting stuck in Middle Eastern civil wars that don't keep America safe.
Senator Rubio.
Yeah, 3 points of distinction. The first is, if you're an American citizen and you decide to join up with ISIS, we're not going to read you your Miranda rights. You're going to be treated as an enemy combatant, a member of an army attacking this country.
Yay! The end of our constitutional liberties. Yay! If you're an American citizen, we should be able, as the government, to unilaterally take your rights away if we've deemed you to be a terrorist. That I can't see that backfiring.
Number two.
Eternal applause.
We do need our defense capabilities. It is a fact that the cuts we are facing today and the cuts that Senator Cruz would have supported would leave us with an even smaller Air Force and a smaller Navy than the one we are going to be left with. And the final point that I
you mean like the largest in the world, pretty much? I mean, like we spend, it's like a common talking point, but I'll reiterate it here because obviously it hasn't reached this bubble yet. We spend more than the next 10 countries combined on our military. Like we're number one by a fucking landslide in military spending. Do you really think that that budget needs to be the most protected thing? Especially a party that keeps telling us that they want to lower the debt. They think that this massive amount of military spending should just continue to go unchecked and unchallenged in perpetuity.
Yes.
Fuck them.
Every fucking election cycle, they are just harping on, oh, the military needs to be strong, and we cannot make cuts to the military, and they just need more and more money. More and more money for defense. Terrorists are going to get you. They're going to kill you. You're going to be dead. Give us money.
The terrorists are coming, so give us all your money.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious how many things people do every day of their lives that are more likely to kill them than a terrorist attack.
Oh, my God, Ben, don't say that.
They don't even think
say that,
about it.
Ben.
Don't say that, Ben.
People on Twitter will get pissed at you.
Why?
Because you're... I don't know why, honestly, but I pointed out way more people die in car accidents than in terrorist attacks, and people got furious.
It's true.
It is true. I don't know why. They get mad.
There's other ones, too.
They're saying, so you're saying car accidents are worse than terrorism? Yeah.
I mean, worse, that's such a weird word to say. I would say driving in cars on a regular basis is more dangerous than terrorism in this part of the world.
Yeah, you're more likely to be killed or injured driving in a car or a vehicle. I mean...
I think what it really is for most people, though, is that, like, with terrorism, someone's responsible. And
someone is responsible in the driving, too.
Well, most people think that, you know...
It's called an accident.
Most people think it's
reason.
idiots,
Yeah.
and that, you know, they're safe from it because they drive well, even though most of them probably really don't. They just think they do. And then, of course, there's, you know, there could be some other idiot on the road that ends up killing you, or there could be some mechanical reason why, but it's usually human error.
Would make is Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama's strategy is to lead from behind. It sounds like what he's outlining is not to lead at all. We cannot continue to outsource foreign policy. We must lead. We are the most powerful nation in the world. We need to begin to act like it again.
Yeah, woo! I would say Rubio won the exchange for what it's worth, which is not much.
No, this isn't worth anything, really. All right. Here's Muslim voters react to GOP debate.
Mr. Trump.
Thank you.
Sure, they loved it.
I began this journey.
That was the reaction when Donald Trump...
I began this journey. They're just booing that? I began this journey. Boo!
I don't know if that was edited.
Something.
I don't know if that was edited, but who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
First appeared during the CNN Republican debate. This group of mostly Republican and independent Muslim Americans found little reason
Republican Muslim
to cheer for him.
Radical Islamic terrorism came into effect even more so than it has been in the past. And we've opened up a very big discussion that needed to be opened up.
A discussion those here believe puts them at risk. In fact, at the school in southern Florida where we watched the debate, someone spray painted the words F Muslims in bright red letters on the wall. just days after Trump's call to ban Muslims from entering the U.S.
It's the first time that Muslims are really feeling for their life, for their children.
What do you mean? After 9/11, they weren't?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, a lot of shit happened after 9/11. I mean, I'm sure it's increasing now. I think it's really interesting how, with, like, when they talk about Islamophobia, it's always like it's because of their religious beliefs you're targeting them, right? But if you criticize Islam, it's never the religion. If you say it, then you're basically like you just hate you're Islamophobe. It's like, oh, you can't point at the religion. It's not the religion. But it's the other way around. It's really easy for someone to be declared like, oh, it's purely because of Islam. It's like these people attack Sikhs too. They're idiots. Most of the people are attacking. They just see that somebody they think is Middle Eastern, so they're going to attack them. They're just dumb.
Yeah, I don't love when Sikhs get attacked because people think they're Muslim, but you know, it is funny. In that, you know,
it's ironic.
Yeah.
It's like they have a slightly similar look. Therefore,
did you guys hear about the Agrabah thing?
Oh yeah, I could not believe that.
30% in a Pew poll. 30% of Republicans and 19% of Democrats said they would be in favor of bombing Agrabah.
Aladdin, we're coming for you.
Which is not a real country. It's the cartoon fake Middle Eastern country from Aladdin.
Sounds like Dagobah.
Yeah. Agrabah. So basically, 30% of Republicans would be willing to bomb anywhere that sounds Middle Eastern.
Right.
So, I mean, that's pretty fucking crazy. Agrabah, fuck yeah, bomb them. What? And 19% of Democrats, too.
Agrabah.
Don't try to cover that up. I see a lot of people out there saying 30% of Republicans will bomb Agrabah. It's like, well, 19% of Democrats will, too, so it's not like they're much better.
It sounds Middle Eastern. Just kill them. It's got to be done.
Pretty sad. I guess it's over? Or no?
No.
The woman says some of her Muslim friends have been called terrorists and spit on in public.
Whenever there's anti-Islamic rhetoric in the country, there's always a huge backlash.
It's very easy for women who wear the scarf to be identified as Muslims. Puts a lot of attention on Muslim women. So there's an air of anxiety.
During the debate, Mr. Trump once again defended his call to ban Muslims, saying it's about safety and security, not religion. This group doesn't buy that.
It gives ISIS propaganda. ISIS wants to make it seem like the West does not want Muslims, that it is fighting a war against Islam, and
very
that they represent
some people
Islam.
here don't. I mean, there's no point in denying that. That's obvious.
Yeah, I mean, Trump wouldn't have the support he does if there weren't a good chunk of Americans who are like, we don't want Muslims here.
And I mean, I kind of resent the notion that, oh, we're just freedom of speech is supposed to end because this could be used for ISIS. Like, I don't agree with what they're saying, but they have a right to say it. You know, it's stupid, but
Donald Trump does have a right to say we should ban all Muslims, but I don't really think that's constitutional.
No, I don't think we should be able to.
I don't think he has a right to actually do it.
No, of course not. That's just.
But I mean,
there's plenty of Muslims already live in America. I mean, what?
If he wants,
that sounds like it's something going to stop.
If he wants to
Islamic
call
terrorism.
for it, he can call for it all he fucking wants. I just don't see how it would be within our Constitution to have a religious litmus test for citizens.
I think what will end up happening, I think the only practical way it can be done is if they basically passed immigration quotas, you know what I mean? Then it just so happens that the quotas for these countries are like nothing. Or like 100 people, you know what I'm saying?
We'll allow one Saudi Arabian into America every 38 years.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it'd be more than that, but it'd probably be very uncommon. Because immigration laws, I think before the 60s, were pretty much like that. You pretty much had to be like white or just like a Chinese slave or something, you know what I mean? Well, they weren't technically slaves, but
they were like
basically indentured servants and respect. Because but even though that's illegal, it was just like, okay, you're going to pay for your fare over here, but everything else basically, if you want to dig or do whatever, you're paying us for everything you're doing. So,
And therefore, they're the only refuge we have.
This independent voter likes Jeb Bush and agrees with him that the U.S. instead must engage the Arab world in order to defeat ISIS.
Why is this election so important for the Muslim community?
Because, unfortunately, the Muslim community is thrown in the middle as a political tool. What is a cheap shot like Trump is doing and saying things so he can look tough like he's in a show business? But this is not show business.
This group isn't
I like
only
that.
turned off by Trump, but also by Ted Cruz and his idea to, quote, carpet bomb ISIS territories.
Watching this debate, was there anything that offended you?
Just the idea of like,
Oh my God, offense.
I don't
Was
give
there
a fuck
anything
about
that offended you?
I fucking hate the word offended. It's so stupid.
Were you offended by anything?
Of course these people are... Of course. It's obvious they're going to be offended.
I mean, why don't you fucking ask her a more reasonable question? Like, was there anything you found yourself profoundly disagreeing with or something
Were
like
you
that?
offended? Yes.
Because a disagreement, that can be intellectual. Being offended is just an emotional response to something.
we're just going to carpet bomb people. And I think that's a very barbaric and primitive way to look at how to address a situation.
Does it make you angry watching this debate?
Yes, it does, because none of the candidates has talked about a diplomatic solution for what's going around the world. All they're talking about carpet bombing, killing the families of the terrorists, or just go after
the Republicans.
Yeah,
breaking the Muslim community. And
why don't you change parties then if you really don't like it?
Yeah, it's like it sounds like you identify more as like a Democrat if you want that solution in the Middle East.
Yeah, diplomacy. Like, not too many people are championing that on the GOP side.
They're probably socially conservative, so it's just like. But when it comes to Islam, they're basically their pet issue. Then it's like, oh wait, no, you have to act this way about Islam. Everything else they're fine with.
These Muslim Republicans kind of remind me of the log cabin Republicans,
Yeah.
Not a solution.
This community is hopeful whatever the strategy is, it won't point the finger at them. Randy Kay, CNN, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Why don't they just all put guns to their heads and pull the trigger? It's basically what it amounts to at this point, being a Republican, if you're a Muslim.
Yeah.
All right. This next story is about how within the next 5 years, we should have fighter jets with lasers on them.
Neat.
Fighter jet laser weapons used to be the stuff of science fiction. Now, they're closer to getting real.
Sweet. I want a fighter jet with a laser.
So anyone who's not American that's watching this can now bask in the glory of the extreme power that the United States of America possesses.
I like that.
You like that?
We're gonna
The
laser
U.S. Air
you.
Force Research Laboratory told CNN it hopes to demonstrate a fighter jet laser as soon as
They can
2020.
demonstrate it on fucking Canada.
Really is
First
a national
name.
tipping point where we see the technology
Blow up your guys'
evolving
pitiful ass
and
fucking Air
maturing to the
Force.
stage where it really can be used.
This year, the Air Force, the Pentagon research arm DARPA, and Lockheed Martin successfully tested a laser turret that would allow near supersonic planes to surround themselves with a 360-degree defensive laser shield.
Wow, that's cool.
That is pretty fucking crazy.
A minute ago, we're all like, too much military spending. Like, damn, look at this fucking laser thing.
Yeah,
Never mind, we got a laser.
I take it back.
We got lasers.
Spend as much money on the military as you want. I want laser shields and shit. This is the best news I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's like a deflector shield almost.
Yeah, because it's like we're getting closer to Star Trek.
Yeah, we're like, yep, more money on the military.
Never mind, we changed our minds.
Give all your money to the laser people.
The Air Force Lab has already built working lasers that can destroy aircraft from the ground, like this laser shoot-down of an unmanned plane in 2009, which was a precision breakthrough.
Neat.
At sea, the U.S. Navy already has an operational laser weapon aboard the USS Ponce. But hitting moving targets from a fighter jet flying hundreds of miles an hour is a lot harder. A successful laser weapon can burn through strong materials remarkably fast with virtual silence. Pilots could use it to defend against enemy planes, threats from the ground, and incoming missiles. No need to reload because ammunition is electrical power, not bullets. To be effective, fighter jet lasers will have to be smaller and lighter than ground-based lasers. They'll have to be accurate despite the G-forces, vibrations, and speed that come with air combat.
Wow.
In addition to fighters,
Man, I can't wait till we start killing people with lasers, man. That's my solution to ISIS. Lasers.
Yeah.
Laser drones.
We don't even need to carpet bomb them. We just need to fucking laser them. We'll just fucking, like, it'll be like giving the world LASIK eye surgery. Just remove the astigmatism that is ISIS from the surface of the earth with lasers. It's going to be badass. When they try to fucking shoot back, we got our deflector shields and shit. We're on some Star Trek level shit, ISIS. Fuck you.
Commander of Air Force Special Operations says he wants defensive high-energy lasers aboard huge AC-130J Ghost Rider gunships by 2020. Experts say it'll be the beginning of a new era, as laser weapons are poised to exit science fiction and join missiles, guns, and bombs in the real world. Tom Patterson, CNN.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking crazy.
I wonder when they were going to get commercial laser weapons. The Second Amendment guarantees me the right to a laser.
Fuck.
You'll just be disintegrated by some crazy redneck.
Yeah, someone.
Fuck that, I'll have my laser shield.
Your laser shield.
You'll have a personal.
Yeah, I'll have like
shield.
a personal bubble laser defense grid. It's gonna be fucking badass.
Guess you'd probably need to, TJ.
People who try to fuck with me, nothing.
They're just nothing then, huh?
Anybody who even gets within 5 feet of me
pile
is
of ash.
disintegrated. Yeah.
So, for the longest time, on the Democratic side, the candidates there, things haven't really gotten dirty.
They're getting dirty now.
They are, because of the data stealing.
Data theft.
So here's a Sanders campaign accused of stealing data.
Mm-hmm.
The Democratic presidential race has been a relatively civil affair. Now it looks more like a civil war.
The leadership of the Democratic National Committee is now actively attempting to undermine our campaign.
Bernie Sanders' campaign admits tapping into top-secret voter information from Hillary Clinton. They blamed it on a software glitch, and now are firing back.
Oops, a glitch gave us all her data.
Kind of crazy that happened.
Oopsie daisy. We somehow stumbled upon all this pertinent information that we can use.
At the decision to block Sanders from using a critical database of voters.
They are not going to...
The DNC basically using it as an excuse to push their corporatist fucking shill, Hillary.
Yeah, Hillary's anointed.
Yeah, they're like, Hillary, go forth with our blessing, child.
Well, that's the exact reason why you should not vote for Hillary.
Hillary's a piece of shit.
Sabotage our campaign, one of the strongest grassroots campaigns in modern history.
The Sanders campaign fired one aide for viewing Clinton's proprietary information through a firewall that was apparently wide open. But campaign manager Jeff Weaver says the punishment, even temporary, is out of bounds.
That if the DNC continues to hold our data hostage and continues to try to attack the heart and soul of our grassroots campaign, we will be in federal court this afternoon seeking immediate relief.
Democratic National Committee Chairwoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz defended the position. She told CNN's Wolf Blitzer the Sanders campaign would be blocked from the party's voter file until an investigation is complete.
The Sanders campaign, unfortunately, doesn't have anything other than bluster at the moment that they can put out there.
The breach of bluster.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of bluster.
It's a bunch of bluster. Okay, because one person decided to go through this open firewall and look at Hillary's fucking documents, and this person was fired. Now, did Bernie Sanders hire up people in his campaign know this was happening? Maybe he even knew about himself. It's possible, sure. But it's also possible this was one aide acting totally on their own. And for that, they're going to shut down the entire Sanders campaign's access to a campaign tool that Hillary Clinton still does have access to, thus giving her an advantage over Bernie Sanders. So basically, the DNC is trying to handicap one candidate in order to push another.
The one they want.
And they're going to say that, oh, well, that's just bluster. That's all they got is bluster. Fuck you. You really expect the American people to buy that fucking narrative? You're full of horse shit.
Data inside the Democratic National Headquarters brought to mind a modern-day Watergate. But the fingerprints are all electronic. And in this case, it seems the door was left wide open.
That is just like if you walked into someone's home when the door was unlocked and took things that don't belong to you in order to be able to use them for your own benefit.
Josh Oretsky, the national data director for Sanders, was fired. He told CNN today, "We didn't try to be sneaky at all. They can argue that we shouldn't.
I was really high, man, and I just made a bad decision.
Damn, bro, I had to do it.
Dude, I just smoked a big J. I saw Hillary left her firewall like wide open, and I was like, damn, fuck, let me take a little looky, you know? I didn't know they was gonna get so pissed, man. I didn't think it was a big deal.
Mellow out.
Have done it, but we did not in any way try to deceive them. Liberal groups accuse top Democratic officials of playing favorites with Clinton.
Look at this fucking
DNC
shit.
leaders should immediately reverse this disturbing decision. While Clinton has the upper hand,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're not
There
cozy.
she is, fucking sucking her cock. There she is, sucking her cock. Fuck this.
The Women's Leadership
You are
Forum.
being lied to. Lied to, America. Don't let this happen.
Democratic race is far from settled, particularly in New Hampshire. Sanders is leading Clinton 50-40. But this could be a new challenge for Sanders, who's consistently seen as more honest and trustworthy than Clinton. 60% say Clinton is not, while 59% say Sanders is.
Wow. So why is Sanders behind in the polls, behind Clinton?
Because people don't necessarily want a trustworthy politician, do they?
Are the polls bullshit? I mean,
No, I think George Carlin was right when he said the American people like their bullshit right out front where they can see it, you know, or to get a good strong whiff of it. I think it was his words. You know, we want someone who's full of shit on some level. At least a lot of people do. Not me. I want someone who's real and authentic.
not the Republicans. They want Trump, who's totally real. I would say.
Well, he's real in a sense.
Right. He's real. Like he'll say whatever the fuck he wants.
True.
Well, Hillary is a huge pandering candidate too. I mean, she just says what she thinks everyone wants to hear. Like, what does the focus group say?
She learned
say
from the
this.
best. She learned from the best ever at that.
Mm-hmm. But Clinton was always able to make it
because he was charismatic.
Yeah, he always sold that somehow it was like a deep core principle, even if it wasn't.
Dude, he fucking got a BJ in the Oval Office and spooged all over someone's dress. And then they did a DNA test, found out it was him, and people still like him even after that. So, like...
Yeah, some people like him more.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. So... That just goes to show you his charisma.
I like when he challenged the definition of the word is.
That depends on what your definition of the word
is.
I like how he used the word.
God bless you, Bill. God fucking bless you.
Yeah, that reminds me of like the semantics game that TJ plays.
That's why I admire it so much. It's like, wow, game, respect, game, playa. But he's got way more game than me.
Yeah,
by far. He was president. I'm just a YouTuber. Is there any more of this or no?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it's done. Okay.
It's fucking over.
Let's see. Vladimir Putin praises Donald Trump.
Sweet.
So you got another reason to like Trump.
You know, Donald Trump said a few months back that Putin would respect him, so
yeah, there you go.
Maybe he was onto something.
It seems like Putin gets along better with Republican presidents.
I wonder why.
It's weird because Putin used to be a communist, and obviously Republicans are not even close to communists.
Yeah, but he likes how authoritarian they are.
Well, yeah, but now he's leader of, a democratic Russia, so...
Oh, yeah.
Democratic. Yeah, it's democratic.
More democratic than the Soviet Union.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
And
sure.
capitalist.
Fair enough.
All right, so... Here's Putin praises Donald Trump.
It is not often the Russian president
God.
is
This
praised
guy.
to any American, but today he did. He gave
We have the Vladimir Putin guy.
a big old shout out.
Trump
to
is
Donald
outstanding
Trump.
and
Here's
talented.
Some of what Putin said.
I know.
He is a brilliant and talented person without a doubt, but it is not our right to identify his virtues. It is the prerogative of the U.S. voters. He is the absolute leader in the presidential debates as we see it.
Okay, so there you have it.
He loves
Donald
me.
Trump, on his part, has praised
He fucking loves me.
He loves me.
Putin loves me.
Putin's leadership more than once. Here's what he told Fox News back in October.
Did Putin go up and say, you say you and Putin are going to be close. Did Putin go up to your office and did you guys bond or anything this week? He's in town.
No, I didn't know anything about him coming to my office, but I will tell you that I think in terms of leadership, he's getting an A, and our president is not doing so well. They did not
All
look
right,
good.
TJ, I know you hate Putin, so how does this make you feel about Trump?
He gets an A, TJ.
You know, it just goes to show that, you know, xenophobic, crazy, fucking authoritarian hate mongers love each other.
Yeah?
I wonder how much Putin is worth. Like, how much money do you think Putin has?
How much money does he have, or how much is he worth? Because he's worth a pile of cat shit.
Let's see.
How much is he monetarily worth? I don't know.
I'm sure billions of dollars.
Yeah, like billions upon billions.
I mean,
let's see. I wonder if he's worth more than Trump.
Is it in his name? Of course not.
Holy shit.
$70 billion.
Holy shit. Yeah, he's got a lot of money. Yeah, I guess when you install yourself as, you know, president, and then prime minister, and then back to president, and then prime minister, and then back to president.
He just bounces between the two.
Yeah.
What do I feel like being this week? I think I'll be president again.
He created, he created the prime minister position, and he just sits there, like when his term limits are up.
Yeah, it says right there he's the second richest man in the world. So.
Holy shit! Really?
Yep.
I had no fucking clue.
I'm sure it's not official though.
Yeah.
It's an estimate from Forbes. But it's probably pretty close.
Yeah, it said his... Oh, fuck, man. I had no idea.
I should not be so mean to these billionaires, because maybe they'll give me some money someday.
She'd be like, wait a minute. Maybe Putin isn't so bad.
Together.
Gonna buy advertising on the Amazing Atheist channel, like, Vladimir Putin, we've all heard of him. Might think he's an asshole. He's actually a pretty good guy. You gonna say that, TJ?
If he pays me enough, I will. Shit.
TJ is just for sale.
It's $70 billion that people know about too. He's probably got all this other money stashed away.
He might. You never know. How much does he? I mean, does he really need anything beyond the $70 billion? I mean,
nobody needs that. But I think some people get obsessed with accumulating that.
He's just pissed because he wants to be the #1 richest. He's like, fuck. I just had a few more billion.
All right, here's schools in Virginia shut down over anger at Islam homework.
Islam homework?
Yeah, here it is.
Thank you, Jesus. Be here with us tonight.
Yes,
Kimberly
Jesus.
Herndon says she felt her rights as a parent had been violated when her 9th grade son came home with this homework assignment. It asked him to copy the Shahada, the Islamic statement of faith, which translates to, there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. When asked about her reaction to the assignment, she'll tell you.
Shocked that it was sent home. Shocked that that was in the school. Shocked that it was happening right here in our small town.
Pretty weird, honestly, because, you know, I'd be pretty weirded out if, I mean, if I had a kid and they were sent home with, like, you got to draw this thing that means that there's no God but Muhammad, or if they were, you know, you got to draw
a picture of Jesus on the cross dying for your sins.
You know, write an essay about why Jesus is the greatest or some shit. Yeah, this seems really, really strange. I thought I was going to be on the side. I thought it was going to be like they were giving a test about, like, the history of Islam or something, and the parents got pissed, and then I could call the parents idiots. Now, this woman still looks like an idiot, but I don't think she's wrong to be upset about this.
The assignment says it's meant to give students an idea of the artistic complexity of calligraphy. Herndon says she feels the assignment tried to indoctrinate her child into the Islamic religion.
There was no trying about it. The sheet that she gave out was pure doctrine in its origin.
Augusta County School Superintendent Dr. Eric Bond says neither of these lessons nor any other lesson in the world geography course are an attempt at indoctrination to Islam or any other religion or a request for students to renounce their own faith or profess any belief.
Yeah, I mean,
he went on to say the lesson.
Hold on.
I mean, if you're making them write something that means there is no God but Allah and all this stuff, then you're kind of, you know, are asking them to do that.
Well, I mean, It
would be like if I said, it'd be like if I went to the chalkboard in like a kindergarten class and wrote "Hail Satan" in big letters and said, "Okay, all kids copy this down." And then when people got mad, I said, "Well, I'm just teaching them how to write the letters."
What about the teacher that had their? I think it was like a philosophy class. They had their students write "God is dead."
Yeah. What was that?
So I guess
remind me of the details of that because I don't remember.
Someone refused to do it because they were religious, but it wasn't them. I don't remember the specifics of it, but it had nothing to do with actually proclaiming that there was no God or anything like that.
Right. I think I remember vaguely what you're talking about, and this just seems different than that. I can't recall the specific details of that one, though, so it's kind of hard to compare.
Wasn't that kind of the plot of God's Not Dead?
Yeah, I think so.
God's Not Dead.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know.
God's not dead.
I guess
he is really alive.
I have a different perspective of this. I think they were just learning to write calligraphy.
There's so many ways that you can learn to write calligraphy without doing this.
Sure. I learned how to write calligraphy in grade school because they forced us.
They didn't make you write.
Do you think it's indoctrination, though, TJ?
I mean, I don't think it's indoctrination. No, I think that goes a little far. I just think it's not really appropriate. Religion should be kept out of schools, and that's just...
Yeah, it really should be.
It's just too much.
People are saying, it's a movie. Yeah, it was a movie based on something that actually happened. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, that was my impression, that the movie was made because some Christian heard about this, or it was a big Christian story or something.
Right, yeah, it was a story. I remember the actual news story about it.
But yeah, I mean, you can teach them calligraphy without that.
Religions in a way that's interesting and interactive for students. One student we spoke with said she didn't feel comfortable completing this assignment, even if it just was for calligraphy.
If it was, why couldn't we just learn to write hello, goodbye, normal words, not that.
On Tuesday night, dozens of people met at Good News Ministries to voice their own opinion. Hernan has not sent her child back to school since
I like the big fat woman going like...
the incident happened last week.
I will not have my children set under a woman who indoctrinates them with the Islam religion when I am a Christian, and I want to stand behind Christ.
Meanwhile, the school
Stand behind
maintains
him
its
and thrust with a big strap.
See, the thing is, this lady that's bitching would be fine if they made them write Christian shit.
Sure she would, but that's besides the point. It's exactly for that reason that this should also be unacceptable.
Yeah, there should not really be any sort of like religious assignments at school unless it's like something like studying world religions or something like that.
Yeah, like from a objective analytical standpoint.
Yeah,
that's fine. But that I don't know. It's totally unnecessary to do in a calligraphy class. I mean, I don't know how they're surprised that it courted controversy. It's a stupid assignment.
All right, next one. Let's see.
Calligraphy cat. Cat. Actually, it's funny. Calligraphy cat, just those two words by themselves are actually a more developed and interesting character than Cool Cat is. Just based on the name alone. Because at least Calligraphy Cat has a personality trait. He uses calligraphy.
Yeah, we really want to review that movie now.
He made this video about a movie that he's going to make about gun safety for women.
Neat.
Yeah, Nate.
Gun safety for women.
Yeah.
I need a t-shirt that just says neat.
Yeah.
Small white letters.
Yeah, normally what you do is you go neat, and then you turn whatever was said into a song.
Yeah.
Gun safety for women.
Gun safety for women. I can't sing as well right now because my voice is like fucked from all this like coughing and nasal drip and shit.
Here's a thing with Patrick Stewart on CNN, and he's talking about the domestic violence that went on in his home when he was a kid. And I remember when we saw him live, there was the one thing he talked about that kind of made us cringe.
That's true.
Yep. So here's a thing that he did for CNN about that.
When I was a child, I felt alone. There's no one I could go to. And that was...
When you see him as a kid with his hair, does your mind like remove the hair to kind of imagine the baldness beneath? Because mine does.
Difficult.
No.
Witnessing the fights, the anger, and then the raised fists, and then the violence. And police called, and doctors, and once an ambulance to take my mother away. In my house, I would hear policemen say to my mother, who was lying on the floor or somewhere, well, Mrs. Stewart, it takes two to make an argument. Or, Mrs. Stewart, you must have done something to anger him. No, no, no. None of those things happened. There's no one I could go to. And that was difficult. And it was like a secret that I held on to. All the way through my teenage years, all the way through my 20s and 30s, it was my secret. I had this in my past. So it's important to let people know that they're not alone. They needn't be alone. I went public about this and used myself as an example, partly to say, you can get over this. There is a life beyond this, and there are people who can help you. Refuge is...
You know, he was like... He's kind of like is senile. You could just tell at this point, because like the amount of stuff he doesn't remember, not even just from like years ago, but like things that he was just told and shit. He's like, I don't know, or either that or he just has one of those personalities where he's very like super in the moment and everything's very tangential and shit.
The one thing that stood out when we saw him talking about this was that he said it's a men's issue.
Yeah, he said domestic violence is a men's issue.
Yeah.
And we're like, it kind of seems like it's just a people issue, because...
Well, you can see why he would espouse that belief, though.
But I mean, like, you know, he has to realize that there's probably kids right now that have grown up, they're growing up in households where they see that their mom is violent towards their dad all the fucking time.
Yeah, or the aggressor, yeah.
Or their mom is violent towards them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, women are more likely to abuse children than men are in that way. So, yeah, I mean, like, he needs to realize that, you know, he had this experience, but other people have had other experiences. And it's not always... it's not a one-way street.
It's weird being critical of him because we admire him a lot.
Yeah. But, you know, that doesn't mean...
I mean, I think, you know...
Doesn't mean he's always right.
I think I think what he's talking about is still... It's good that he's talking about it, but I don't know... I just don't agree with some of the points of what he's saying.
An organization which has existed in the UK.
We admire him a lot, but we still wouldn't pay $180 for an autograph.
And this was a place where women, and often their children, who were at risk of serious domestic violence, could take refuge. It's very simple for me because I can say I support refuge for my mother because I couldn't help her when I was 7, 8, 9, 10. But I can also help the memory of my father by working for Combat Stress.
When you hear about the more like independent, smaller nonprofits, I think they need to.
So his dad was like basically beating the shit out of his mom because of like post-traumatic stress.
Yeah, I think his dad was in like World War I or something like that.
So,
right?
so basically, he was like shell shocked. He had PTSD.
Yes, and that's why he was doing that.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. So what's next? Donald Trump is being raised up and protected by God. What is that?
Let's see.
Lance Walno? Play that. I want to see that.
I swear, the Lord tells me to bring your Bible to the board meeting.
Seems like white G-man.
And I hadn't said anything yet.
Read your Bible and do what it say.
I'm only one of two white guys there in the whole meeting anyway.
Yeah.
And
also
three,
racist.
Including Trump's Jewish attorney, Michael Cohen. So Daryl goes, tell Mr. Trump what you said. So I get my Bible out. So the Lord told me, bring your Bible. And I opened my Bible to chapter 45. And I said to Mr. Trump right there in that room, I said, you know, the Lord told me, someone sent me a notice that the 45th president of the United States was the next president we were electing. And they sent me a PowerPoint with a picture of Donald Trump saying, Donald Trump, 45th president. I told Donald this. I asked the Lord, I said, what am I supposed to do with this? Because I really want to know what you want me to do with this man. I'm praying for him. What is your desire? The Lord said, turn to Isaiah 45.
Okay.
So I go to Isaiah. I told Trump the story today. So I go to Isaiah 45, and I didn't know if it was going to be a rebuke or a blessing. Didn't know what the chapter.
God is very vague. He couldn't just say, I like Trump or I don't like Trump. God's like, turn to Isaiah 45.
Yeah, it's like a game. It's like, you know, it's like a fucking, like, you know, find the answer.
Yeah, it's like a wild goose chase shit.
It's like the lame version of the Da Vinci Code.
You go to fucking Isaiah 45, and it's like, check under the mattress. You check under the mattress. There's another note. You know, you just gotta go around fucking fine. And then eventually you get to something. It's like, I approve of Trump. It's like, oh, okay, that's what God's desire is. I had to go through this process first, though.
It was. And here's what I read to Mr. Trump. Thus says the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have held to subdue nations. I will go before you and make crooked places straight. Donald Trump's got this like Elijah mantle on him. He's got the Cyrus anointing. The man can't change. He just calls it like he sees it. And he sees it and says it not like a politician would. He says it intuitively and from a gut level as to how he sees things.
He says it the way a 5-year-old would.
He shoots from the hip.
You know,
good old Donald.
Look, I mean, obviously, God is the creator of the universe.
Donald Trump is anointed by God to be president.
God has told us that
I'm voting for Trump.
is supposed to be president. And, you know, I might not like Trump. I might not like everything Trump has to say.
What are you going to do, TJ?
If God says that Trump is the right guy, I mean, what am I to do? I am but a mortal man. I cannot contradict the word of God. And Isaiah 45 right there clearly says Trump. So what are we to do?
What his perception is. And he has a Cyrus anointing. So I told him, I said, you know, George Washington had like around 4 or 5 bullet holes in his coat that they found later after battles. I mean, the bullets went through him and hit horses, but they never seemed to touch him. You know why? Because it was like God's protection was on him. I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Trump. You've said things and done things that should put, you know, are the equivalent of a bullet in your coat. But they pass through you because of the anointing. God is really watching over you. And I believe God's put his hand on you as a Cyrus.
So God is like just really watches and see what he likes.
The answer to why Donald Trump remains so popular despite all of the political wisdom that he should, you know, have floundered and failed is God has anointed him. And that's why things that would be career suicide for other politicians, Trump just keeps on going, like the Energizer Bunny.
Still going.
So if God anoints presidents and makes them unstoppable, then shouldn't anybody who becomes president be the anointed of God? Wouldn't that mean Obama was anointed by God? Or
no.
Do God and Satan take turns picking him?
Satan picked Obama.
Oh, okay.
R2!
R2? What? I don't know what that has to do with anything.
It's just funny. Go.
The governor, and that the Bible talks about this critical 45th chapter is the 45th president. It is the decisive moment in American history for leadership. Now, is Donald Trump perfect? Of course not. But America is screwed
because you couldn't just go find like whatever you wanted to justify whatever you believed. You know, that's not possible in the Bible. Especially if you're a fucking conservative Christian. It's like this is so fucking fake.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could fucking, anybody could make these claims. I mean, I could say that God told me to turn to whatever chapter of the Bible to answer any particular question that was on my mind, and then find some chapter that I could interpret as whatever answer I wanted to. I mean, that's like the whole fun of Christianity, is you can make anything mean anything. Any religion, really.
I mean, what do you want? You want to have somebody that is the Messiah for you? You know, Christians want to have the perfect representative. My gosh, I just got done telling you what we elected for 8 years. What's come out of our choice as a nation. He is flawed. Frankly, I think a flawed man's the right man, because it means that it's going to be God's grace on him. And I told him, I said, you're like a Churchill or a Lincoln. You're called to rise up in a crisis.
Trump is like Churchill and Lincoln
combined. Yep. Man, he's like he's better than both of them.
Better than either. He's like Churchill plus Lincoln. The two of them in one man.
And notice he chose leaders from war times. He's like, yeah, you're like these pivotal leaders in like a crisis time, and Trump's going to be the one that saves America and makes us great again. TJ.
Well, thank God for that. Literally.
And to answer the cry of God's
God.
So let me ask you this. If this guy is saying that Trump is anointed by God, if Trump does not win the presidency, will he admit that God is full of shit?
No, he'll say people turned away from God.
Okay.
Before we move on to the Crazy People segment, we have one more. I don't know why.
Kind of news.
Yeah, I don't know why I put him in the news.
This could go in either section,
category.
really, but whatever.
Pat Robertson admits the fully pagan origins of Christmas.
Neat.
This is David, who says, we have friends who do not celebrate Christmas because they say December 25th is really a pagan holiday.
Yeah, I believe it was Mithra's birthday.
You know, it was a lot of things. I mean, there was a lot of ceremonies.
Yeah, different
and rituals.
celebrations around that time.
There was the Saturnalia and the winter solstice,
Yeah, the solstice,
and all kinds
yeah.
of stuff that were celebrated by various pagans and shit over time. I mean, like Christmas is like one of those things that's been adapted to many different cultures and many. I mean, like it's just like holidays continue to evolve even now.
Yes,
it's been doing that all this.
Black
time.
Friday has become a holiday in the U.S.
Sure, it really has. Yeah,
I even had jobs where it was a paid holiday before.
Mm-hmm.
So
While I agree that Jesus may not have been born on December 25th, he certainly was born as described in the Bible. How do I respond to them?
Well, in a sense, tell them they're right. You see, the winter solstice a couple of days later was the shortest day of the year, and the pagans had something called Saturnalia, and it was a time of...
See, even he knows this shit.
...lawlessness, because all the laws
I'm
were
surprised.
suspended, and people, a bunch of singers who actually wandered the streets naked singing. And then they had orgies, sexual.
Okay, I don't know about all this.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, sounds
they
pretty
might have
awesome.
been doing that, but you know, I don't know.
Singing and fucking.
Yeah.
Christmas was better when the pagans were doing
They
it.
really knew how to throw a fucking proper Christmas.
Then again, we're in America, so you probably wouldn't want to see most people naked.
That's true.
It'd still be funny.
It was a...
That's true. It'd be comedy at this point.
It was a good time.
Mass.
Whoa! Hold on. Who is the evil villain in Star Wars? There you have him, right there.
It's Pat Robertson.
Yep.
Supreme Leader Pat.
Well,
a bunch of people have told me that it's Darth Plagueis, who is the guy that was referenced in Episode 3 that could, that was Palpatine's teacher.
He could bring people back from the dead and shit
Right.
like that.
They think, I guess some people think maybe he was like, he just let Palpatine think he was dead and he was biding his time and shit until he could, rise to power again or whatever.
Wow, so that gives credence to the prequels as canon still.
Yeah.
There you go, TJ.
Unfortunately, it does.
All right, go on with
When the Catholic Church came along in Italy, the Romans and others didn't want to give up their holidays, so they said, okay, we'll Christianize it. And so they said, okay, we'll say the
goddamn
birth of
Catholics.
Jesus was the 25th of December. And then there
Thou shalt not bear false witness, but I guess early Christians didn't care too much. But
it's just like G-Man said, TJ. Just like G-Man said, they're not real Christians.
Well, I mean, really, the earliest Christians didn't think it was proper to celebrate birthdays in general. So celebrating Jesus' birthday made no sense. But when you're trying to convert a bunch of pagans to Christianity, sometimes things kind of meet in the middle.
Yeah, it's like we don't get this festival. Yeah, there's a different one.
Oh yeah, well you can still have your festival, but it's not because of what you think. It's because of Jesus.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus gave you the festival that you already had.
I like how Haitians just incorporated Catholicism into the voodoo religion that they already had.
That's true, because voodoo is like a combination of Catholicism and
African religion,
like animist and other beliefs.
Yeah, other shit like that. It's like a hodgepodge. I mean, that's exactly what happens here. Like people act like this cultural appropriation shit is new. It's not. I mean, it's always mixing and matching.
There were some cultures that were completely converted, and then there were some that kind of mixed in. Same thing happened with a lot of native tribes in the U.S. There are some that are like totally Christian, and there are some that kept the Christianity away completely, and then there are some that are kind of in the middle.
Yeah, they kind of like bastardized a little. And some Hindus worship Jesus as one of their many gods. So,
was a monk who began to add it up. You see, if you read in Luke, it says there's a census taken when Quirinius was governor and so forth and so on. And they could take those leaders and figure the exact time dating from the foundation of Rome. And that's when the dates were established. And so they get pretty close to the date. But to say it's the 25th, shepherds were out abiding in the field. It gets a little cold at night. I mean, were they out there in the middle of winter? I don't know.
Hold on, what? Is he like, hey,
it's cold at night.
It was cold, so they had those orgies to keep warm back in the day. Fuck yeah.
Damn. Well,
he's basically just saying that maybe the story of Jesus doesn't really make a lot of sense in the winter, but I don't know. I think most historians who even believe in Jesus as a historical person think he was born in the summer. So
Yeah, I've heard like
December-
ranges from like April to like June, July, May. I've heard all kinds of stuff like that.
But yeah, not a lot of scholars that are saying Jesus was born in December. It's kind of just a myth, and the entire life of Jesus.
Yeah, it's all a myth.
Very
but
well may have been a myth. I mean,
more than likely,
there might have been some personage that it was loosely based on, but maybe not.
I've been out there
like a Hollywood
on Shepherd's
retelling of
Field
something.
on Christmas Eve. It's very nice, but it's cold. And nevertheless, I mean,
it's cold.
What was going on? So
it's cold.
All this business
Cold in
about
Bethlehem.
mistletoe, pagan. Christmas trees, pagan. Giving out gifts, pagan. Every bit of it is pagan. Every single bit of it is pagan. We've Christianized it all. And so that's good. And so we have time. We celebrate.
That's good. We fixed it.
Yeah, we fixed it. But yeah,
I mean,
that's
they
what-
thought it
yeah.
up, but we Christianized it, so whatever.
All I did was slap fucking baby Jesus into it. It's like, it's all the same shit. Trees, yep, same. Giving presents, yep, same. It's like, so all the cool parts of Christmas are pagan? Like, yeah, pretty much.
All right.
But we shoehorned in some Jesus, so
Let's just take the Jesus part out of
All's
it.
well that ends
then it's
well.
fine. Then it's fine.
I'm kind of amazed that he is being so forthright about this, but whatever.
Do you want to do the mail segment now, and then we'll move on? All right. While TJ's getting some of the fan mail, I'm going to bring up the address on the screen here. I also want to remind people that we did do a show late last night. It was pretty awesome. Our latest show ever.
It's mostly a Star Wars show, so if you're a Star Wars fan, if you have seen...
And there are spoilers.
Yeah, if you've already seen the movie, it's fine to watch. If you haven't, you might want to wait. I mean, I'm sure that if you're on the internet, it's probably been spoiled for you because I see everyone going around saying the spoilers, but...
Yeah. And then also...
Someone died.
Also, our show that we had with Mercedes Carrera earlier this week, it was flagged, so I had to upload an edited version of it, but the claim got released, so it's been released if you want to see the extra 10 minutes of it.
By the way, the address on the screen right now for our audio listeners is the Drunken Peasants at P.O. Box 767, Dublin, Ohio 43017. And we are opening our first bit of mail. This comes from somewhere international. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, and sometimes there's notes inside. There was a note inside of the Oreo thing, but TJ was too eager to fucking eat the Oreos, so he didn't read the note that came with it.
Well, we don't have to read every note. Come on.
It was like the reason you didn't read it is because you're like
that.
And yeah,
We
I
like to read every
I like how they
note.
turned
There's
it around.
Oreos.
Like no, I didn't want to shove Oreos into my face. It's just like we can't read every note.
Hey,
Marilyn Manson.
It's a Marilyn Manson book. It's an unauthorized Marilyn Manson biography. That's neat.
Neato burrito.
I like this picture. And I don't know, there's probably a message in here of some kind. There is.
Yeah, there you go, TJ.
I'm reading the note, Ben.
Well, there's no Oreos now, Ben.
Yeah. Dude, the way you grabbed them and tried to start opening them, it was like you didn't even have control over your motor skills at that point.
I know, I just
Ben,
wanted Oreos.
there were free Oreos in front of TJ.
Yeah.
My God.
Dear peasants, I've been watching the podcast since day one. Bullshit. You have
liar.
I tune in every episode, and the strange and funny things you guys do is something that helps me after a long day of work. Anyway, I am moving house soon, and I came across this Marilyn Manson book I got a few years back. So with this individual situation of you guys opening a P.O. box, I thought TJ might like this for his bookshelf. Keep up the good work and smoke pan every day. Regards, Anthony.
We will.
P.S. I love you, Paul, and Brett Keane is a piece of shit.
That is true.
Unfortunately,
words of wisdom.
You got here on the right day, but Paul's not here, sadly.
Paul is not here. He's dead.
He was never alive.
Paul's not dead. He was never alive. This is from Oakland Gardens, New York.
Oakland
Gardens, New York. And it's real.
Who knows where?
It's really on there. There we go. You need like a utility knife for this shit. All right, this is I don't know what it is. It's something.
Gotta get back.
Ben's like getting back, like,
We're all like,
in case it's a bomb or some shit.
We're dead.
At least it'd be an interesting show.
Yeah. It was an explosive episode.
Hit it, Ben.
Point at Ben.
There's glitter everywhere.
Oh, God.
We got glittered.
Glitter bombed.
Damn, you guys got fucking glitter
point it at me?
That's fucked up.
I had a feeling it was going to be something like that.
Damn, dude, that fucking sucks.
We got glitter bombed.
Let's see. So
all over my hands.
Let's send them a glitter bomb back.
And it's like sticky. This is crazy, you piece of shit. Well, at least we know what those are.
R&D promos.
Hey,
You're a
I
piece
didn't
of
send
shit.
the glitter bomb.
You're a piece of shit, R&D
Let's
promos.
give this guy's address out.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man. Probably just left some enemy's
dude, that's
address
awesome.
anyway.
That's fucking awesome that happened to you guys.
It shouldn't have even happened to me. TJ's a piece of shit.
That's so fucking awesome.
Oh, it should have happened to me.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, you deserve
be
it.
careful. This one's from Canada. Be careful. That's probably the bomb.
Let's see here. Guardians. Merry Christmas, Drunken Peasants. I do cross-stitch as a hobby and was inspired to make you a piece for the show. I hope you guys like it. Interestingly enough, it was stitched entirely while I was listening and watching your episodes. I've been a viewer and fan of the podcast since the early days when it was only Ben and TJ, and the show had no video feed. I've recently got my boyfriend hooked too, so we both love watching episodes at breakfast and listening in the car on the way to work. Thanks for consistently putting out great content, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Sincerely, a patron, a fan, and a damn dirty Canuck named Marissa. P.S. If you'd like
Burn in
to
hell, Canadian.
use or share the design, I can send it to you, blah, blah, blah. I don't think we need to read that part, but let's see what they sent us. Damn, Ben, you were one OCD sumbitch. This is a cross stitch.
I know what you're OCD about, and I'm going to exploit it now.
What?
Just wait.
Oh, this is pretty sweet. It's look at this. It's the three of us. You already, it was already fine the way it was.
You're an egg.
Scotty's an egg, Ben is a mask, and I'm a garbage can. I need like a fucking giant like bat cave to like put this shit in eventually.
Oh, now Scotty's blurry again.
Oh, fuck. Fucking Scotty and his blurry shit. I don't mind being sparkly.
People are like, put TJ on. I don't mind being sparkly.
If we put TJ on full screen, like, unfortunately...
Sometimes it fucks up
Yeah, it fucks up the stream and everything.
It fucks up everything, and we end up having to restart.
Yeah, so sorry, I can't do it.
We're just going to stay away from doing that. Ugh. This is from... I don't know. Cutstown? I don't know. Person has bad handwriting. But... Shirts. They're shirts. This one's medium.
Oh, that's not going to fit.
It's not going to fit anybody, but...
Yeah. Too fucking fat for that.
Yeah.
Bunch of shirts in here. Ugh. They're all the same.
Maybe we'll just give the shirts away. We have like 20 shirts. I don't think we need them all.
I already looked. I showed people. God damn.
You failed.
I think it's like a tattoo shop or something.
Well, there it is. Yeah, it's James Closer, tattoos and artwork. Come AT at me. You get it? And Lucky 13 tattoos and piercings. So if you could figure out where that is, I guess you can go there and get your tattoo and piercing needs fulfilled.
I'm getting all sorts of tattoos tomorrow.
Oh, that's true. Ben is getting tattoos tomorrow.
Yeah. It's going to be fucking insane.
Aren't you getting like a whole sleeve done or something?
Yeah.
Are you getting? I'm assuming they're not going to do all that tomorrow.
No.
But
There's
they're going
no
to
way.
get started on it though.
Yes.
Yeah, Ben's going to be more tattooed. I don't even know if you guys know that Ben has tattoos now, but he does, and he's going to get more. Scotty's opening this one. Where's this one from, Scotty? It's from New York.
We have a lot of fans in New York, too, so we should probably do a meetup there eventually.
Well, maybe after our LA meetup, we'll do a New York meetup just so the East Coast doesn't bitch at us.
And we have to do one here, too.
Yeah, we got to represent our hometown.
Yeah.
It still is our hometown.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious, Scotty. I could have opened it faster with my hands. This would be awesome. Bam!
Yeah, you also destroyed the entire box, too, you fucking moron.
Well, better than you're sitting there watching you fucking struggle for all time. Okay, these are like presents in here. This is for Ben. He has a present, and this is for me, and this is for you, and we're opening fucking Christmas presents at this point. Here, Ben, this is your card, and Scotty, this is your card, and this is my card, and this is my present, and this is another present for Ben. Ben gets 2 presents.
2 presents for
Scotty. You get another present, and Scotty, here's another present for this person. Like, got us a bunch of shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Damn, Scotty, you got a bunch. All right, here's another one for me. Ben is not pleased about the glitter bomb.
Glitter is forever.
Glitter is forever.
It
Here's
is.
Scotty, another one for you. I don't know if we'll have time to open all of this on the show. Here's another one for me. God, it's like Christmas has come early. Here's another thing for Ben and another thing for Scotty. And there's nothing else in here, so. Fine. I'll start by opening the card, even though that's not really my nature. For some reason, the chat room is really like way more invested in us opening packages than I thought they would be. I was expecting like they'd be like, "This sucks," but they're like, "Open it, open it." It's like, okay, fine, I'm doing it. Fuck you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from someone named Heretic, who I can't read their actual name. Maybe I'll be able to read it in this. Yeah. Dear Drunken Peasants, season's greetings to you. I am a long-running fan of the show, and I've been a Patreon subscriber since you set up shop. I've gotten a few of my friends into the show over the last year, and I recently shamed one of them into also supporting you on Patreon. Watching the podcast grow has been a pleasure, and I can't thank you enough for all the fun and frivolity. I hope you enjoy the gifts and have an excellent Christmas. Sincerely, Heretic. YouTube.com/Heretic. That's HERETICKED. Hereticked. So like heretic, but then ticked like a clock. Portmanteaued, basically. TPS,
Heretic, one of my
TJ, you're
favorite
garbage.
games.
Ben, you're okay. Scotty, keep being awesome. So, Scotty, you're their favorite. That's why they gave you so many gifts. I'm going to open the first gift here. They're wise.
They are wise.
Heretic knows what he's talking about. He recognizes the sheer quality of Scotty. All right, so the first thing I got here, this is Meteor Death Studios. I don't know what this is. It's, I guess, Meteor Death Studios music videos. I have no idea. I'm assuming that's probably what you guys got, too.
I'm assuming that's what
Meteor Death Studios represent.
the same thing, yeah.
I got chocolate also.
Ooh.
Ben's like chocolate.
Yeah. Chocolate.
Yeah, I got some chocolate as well.
How you say chocolate?
Chocolate. Yeah, I got Chaucer Creamy Milk and Chaucer Rich Dark. Pretty sweet. And I got one more to open here.
Candy, TJ.
Wish I could do a Jeff Goldblum impression. I got a comic called Lesbian Zombies from Outer Space. I'm very happy with this. This looks pretty cool.
Hey, TJ, did you bring back that weird fucking thing that you bought on the street in Rome?
No, I never did.
It
broke there.
You were so impressed with it.
I was also drunk.
Oh, a Sega Dreamcast game.
And I also got Lesbian Zombies from Outer Space posters as well. But it kind of sucks because they only gave me part 1 through 3. So if I get really invested, I'm going to have to go buy the rest of the parts.
You only gave me part of it.
Look at this, TJ.
Should have got me all 7 parts. Come on.
All the king's corpses.
Oh, that looks awesome, too.
What the fuck? It's a Dreamcast game.
Well, you have a Dreamcast.
Yeah, right here.
There you go. So thank you, Heretic, for your nice gift.
Yeah. It's way better than a fucking glitter bomb.
Yeah, thank you for not sending a glitter bomb. Thank you to all these people, really.
Thank you.
Except for the glitter bomb person. Fuck you.
Correct.
All right, we got one more thing, and then the mail segment can end.
Did you guys open the envelopes, too?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. It's big.
It is a big one.
Oh, while you're opening that, by the way,
I mean, something might have got bypassed because we don't really have we don't have space for this.
Well,
shit.
I had it all stacked up back behind Scotty.
I know, but once we start opening it, just kind of goes.
We'll figure it
chaos,
out.
But
no, I was to tell you guys, you know the YouTube rewards you get with you get the plaque.
Yeah.
I filled it out. They're going to send it to us now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So 8 to 12 weeks from now, we'll be able to show that off.
Sweet. And we'll put it on the wall here in the studio.
Yep, 100,000 subs.
Oh, fuck yeah, Whoppers.
TJ will be getting his 1 million one eventually
Whoppers.
here.
Yeah.
And another stuffed banana.
Yep.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
For the stuffed banana.
And by the way, the people that made the vape juice told me that you're a dumbass for thinking that it's poison. So,
well, why am I a dumbass? It would be very easy to poison someone like that. And actually,
yeah, but not the Oreos, right?
Actually, it all is poison anyway. I mean, yeah. So fuck you. It's a ninja hood. I guess this is probably
He's being passive aggressive now.
Note, which I'll read in a moment, and oh, this is for Scotty the egg bitch here. This is egg bitch starter kit.
Oh, God.
That's for you, Scotty. It's the Egg Bitch Starter Kit. Show them the front of it, Scotty.
Eggs not included. What a ripoff.
It literally says the Egg Bitch Starter Kit on it. There's some gobstoppers and some whoppers here. They like candies that rhyme with opper for some reason. What's in the Egg Bitch Starter Kit?
How does this look? How does this look?
It looks
retarded.
Yeah.
I still have the tag on.
It's
omelet pan. All right.
It's an omelet pan, and he's got like a bunch of girly, frilly stuff. Oh man, Scotty, come on! You got to be the egg bitch for Halloween or something, you know? I'm gonna get Monica to embrace this idea, and then it'll happen.
It'll never happen, dude.
Greetings, Drunken Peasants. I've been a fan for about 1 year now, and a fan of TJ for around 6. I must thank you for the endless hours of entertainment that have aided in the procrastinating from my college work. I have a gift for each of you included in this box. For TJ, I have this creepy as fuck banana plushie I wanted at an amusement park when I was a kid. All attempts to sell the thing have provided fruitless. Wow, that was a horrible pun. Anyway, I was going to burn it at the stake to summon this banana god I have been worshiping, but I figure it would be more of use in TJ's, and he wrote hands, but then crossed it out and wrote ass. For Scotty, I have the hottest new Christmas item this year, the Egg Bitch Starter Kit. When you are ready to finally accept your destiny, this kit will undoubtedly aid you on your journey. For Ben, I honestly didn't know what the fuck to get, so here's a cheap ninja mask and some candy from the dollar store I work at. So this is your candy.
Cool.
Finally, I have a YouTube channel with about 34,000 subs now, and I've gotten into the habit of watching your podcast while I edit all my videos. How can you concentrate on your videos while you're listening to our... whatever. My channel's name is Tekking 101. That's TEKKING 101. If you care to give me a plug, I just did. I mostly talk about anime and an anime/manga called Bleach. Thanks again, Matt. Well, thank you, Matt. And if you guys remember the channel I just said, you could visit that shit. And thank you for the creepy banana that you won at a fair as a kid. I appreciate it. I'm gonna stick this in my ass as soon as my hemorrhoid is better.
As soon as my hemorrhoid.
This thing's old. It's an old banana, TJ.
But it has sentimental value because he won it at a fair as a child. This is my new sidekick. He's gonna hang out.
What are you gonna name him?
I'm gonna get Chelsea to sew this to my shirt so that he's always.
I can't even hear you, TJ.
Sorry. I'm gonna get Chelsea to sew this to my shirt so that he's always with me.
He's with you wherever you go. You know, you'll have to just get like a pouch, just sewn into every shirt you own.
A bunch of people don't approve of what your channel's about because I see a bunch of comments that are like, Bleach sucks.
Goddamn,
Bleach sucks. Don't fucking fuck Bleach.
What? What is Bleach?
It's the name of the anime/manga that he makes his videos about on his channel.
Whatever, I don't care.
But apparently the 34,000...
Stop liking things I don't like!
Stop it! Stop liking things that I don't like. Everything I like is good. Everything you like is shit.
But that's how you are, TJ.
That is how I am.
You do that all the time.
I know. But
as long as you realize it.
Other people who do it are bad, though. When I do it, it's okay.
Just like... Oh, God. Just like when TJ's impossible to contact. But if TJ wants to contact you... Yeah, you better fucking... Yeah.
Also, have you noticed that I require extreme patience from everyone else, but I have no patience for anyone else?
Yes.
One of my more likable traits. But yeah, thank you guys for all this cool shit.
Yeah. Send us more.
I guess we're going to move on now to crazy people.
Fuck.
Brett Keane is a scary fuck.
All right. First one here.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's favorite. Everybody's favorite.
Hello,
Put your
everybody.
hands
Wild
together.
Bill for America here with the sad news that Glenn Beck has gone over to the dark side.
Yep.
I've liked Beck for years and always considered him to be a bit eccentric, but an all-around nice guy.
What
who
did he
was
do? Did he like
generally
give money to
on the right
charity
side
or
of
something?
things.
So now he's on your bad side? I mean, because Glenn Beck's always been a conservative piece of shit. So I think he must have done something like even slightly liberal, so now he's bad.
I think Glenn Beck may be cool with letting in Syrian refugees. I think that may be what he's talking about.
Okay, yeah, that would probably piss Bill off.
A lot of religious people, a lot of religious conservatives are okay with it, like the really Christian ones.
Well, sure they are, and anybody who's a fucking strict constitutionalist should be okay with it. I mean, freedom of religion is one of the cornerstones of our country. It's the First Amendment, literally.
But I began having some doubts a few weeks ago when Ray Sanchez had an extra ticket to the Glenn Beck event in Orlando, so I went along. The speakers were very good, but then Beck came out and with his emotionally gripping, dramatic style, launched into what was basically an anti-Trump hate fest. I walked out of there thinking, man, when did
that's
Glenn
why he doesn't
Beck
like
join
him.
He doesn't like Trump, so he's bad.
Yep.
Mean Girls Club. It was pretty clear that Beck had an axe to grind. Apparently Trump did something, insulted Beck somehow, and now Beck is using everything in his power to sabotage Donald Trump. I was
telling all y'all it's a sabotage. Just like Star Trek.
Too Furious.
Too Furious.
They use that same song in the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie.
Yeah, they use it in the movie, but it was like there was context there, and it wasn't used in the trailer, and their trailer wasn't nothing but high-octane bullshit and bad jokes. And the villain looks stupid.
Okay, but it could just be one bad trailer.
No. It's going to be terrible.
Oh, okay, so you've dismissed the movie based upon looking at 1 minute.
I've almost dismissed it, too.
I've pretty much dismissed it.
Well, I think that's kind
I've
of
99.9%
That's definitely premature.
Oh, my God.
Much like my ejaculation.
Why would they do this? Like, this, I feel this way about this shit, like, people felt about Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. Like, I feel like it's raping Star Trek.
It's raping it in the ass.
Yep.
But it probably still won't be as bad as the Shatner one. That'd be pretty tough.
Yeah, I can agree.
We'll have
there.
to see.
It's definitely going to be a better looking movie.
I mean, that happened after the movie came out, though. Like, there was like Indiana Jones and Aliens, and it was like, okay, yeah, it's fucked. I mean, if I see the movie and it sucks, I'm not going to be sitting there saying, oh, it was great.
I think a lot of people were pretty skeptical of the Indiana Jones going in. But
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaDouche.
Not impressed with Beck's performance, and looking around the audience, I don't think very many were. But I let it go because, like I said, I've always liked Beck and his website, The Blaze. But Beck has now crossed the line to where
He's
I
crossed
will no
the line
longer
in the
stand with
sand.
him or defend him. And one of the most outrageously unfair diatribes I have ever heard, Beck declared that Donald Trump is Saul Alinsky. Alinsky, an evil man who developed a system for the absolute destruction of American prosperity, moral standards, freedom, and national security. The man who is idolized by Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Obama's policies are Saul Alinsky's policies, except for the hardcore Islamism. That's Obama's addition to the poisonous pot. For Beck to say
Poisonous
that
pot.
publicly tells me that he has come
Pass me that
unhinged.
shit.
Whatever
How would you want
Beck's
poisonous
beef
pot?
is with Trump, Beck has
Get
taken
higher.
it to the point where he is lying
Be
like
deader.
Harry Reid. Glenn Beck's
Death
Mean
is the
Girl
ultimate
act has
high.
now crossed the line into
No.
left.
I have no idea who fucking Saul Alinsky is.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Worshipped by Hillary and
But apparently
Obama.
he's worshipped by Hillary and Obama.
We give thanks to you.
He's like their Darth Plagueis and shit. He's up there, yes, Hillary. The dark side is strong with you.
Left-wing propaganda. Yep. Glenn Beck has gone over to the dark side, and I feel like I've lost a friend.
Glenn Beck is liberal now, guys.
I never realized.
Glenn Beck doesn't give a fuck who Wild Bill is.
No, he doesn't.
So, no, Wild Bill, you did not lose a friend.
Wild Bill lost a friend. Glenn Beck is like scratching his ass right now.
In his
What
giant
sets
mansion.
American conservatives apart from the liberal left is that we have standards. We have expectations of truthfulness and fairness from those who stand in our ranks. And when one of our own starts acting like Whoopi Goldberg, it's time to sever ties.
Why
So,
Whoopi Goldberg?
Goodbye, Glenn.
Hold on.
I hope.
Shouldn't you? I mean, like, what?
I think it's like the most relevant celebrity you could think of. Like Whoopi Goldberg's a celebrity,
Like
right?
Whoopi Goldberg or something. Like, what has Whoopi Goldberg done? I mean, shouldn't he have like said like Rosie O'Donnell or something?
Yeah, something like that would at least made some sense.
You retire soon before your reputation is completely shot, and I wish you a long, happy life with your lovely wife. And if you ever return to the media, I suggest MSNBC. This is Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.
Glenn Beck is nowhere near MSNBC material. He was the guy. It's literally like World War III is happening.
He attacked Trump,
It's going
dude.
to it's going to happen,
Dude, he attacked Trump.
And
Come on.
and you need to buy the fucking survival kits right now. Just buy gold, buy survival kits, live in a fucking shack in the middle of nowhere, like a bunker, whatever.
Dude, he attacked Trump. Come on, he's a liberal now. Anybody who doesn't like Trump is automatically liberal. Everyone knows this. And apparently he referenced Saul Alinsky, who I still don't know who that is.
We talked a lot about Star Wars in the last episode. I do have 2 videos that are Star Wars related because people are sent. Apparently, a few people enjoyed it, so now we're being sent more Star Wars related content. Here's a video of a guy criticizing your criticism of the lasers coming out the side of the lightsaber.
Cross guard shit.
Yep.
Oh shit.
This guy actually.
Here we go.
Yeah. So you ready?
Yeah.
He's actually going to test it.
Hey, Brand here.
Okay.
We're back talking about the lightsaber from Star Wars Episode 7.
Again.
The Force Awakens. Everybody sees this blade pop out, and the Quillians, or the crossguard, just shoots out. That's what it's for. It appears that's what it's going to be used for.
Yeah.
We've discussed this whole thing already in a video, which is much longer than this one. And it has the emitters here, which everybody thinks are a problem, which we don't really think that they will be. We think they have something planned for that. But what we want to do today is test and see how dangerous this would be to you if these were actual lightsaber blades just like this blade here.
Okay.
From what we understand on the lore, there's a containment field or a magnetic containment field that, I mean, you could almost technically touch one without getting your finger cut off, because it takes an amount of force to push, like a blade or something, to actually cut. But let's say that's not true and they're extremely dangerous, and if this touches you, it's going to nick you or cut you if you did something like that. We're going to see if you go through proper motions and techniques of parrying, moving around, cutting, and so on, would you hit yourself?
Okay, proper techniques. You're in a fucking sword fight. Sometimes the sword is going to be moving in ways you don't fucking want it to. You know why? Because you're fighting a fucking opponent, you moron.
Yeah, better if they like fought. If this guy fought somebody, and then we saw the results.
I do believe this guy. I think this guy may be like a sword expert.
Okay, it's fine if he's a sword expert, but here's the thing. All right, take those two fucking ends right there and just light them on fire or something, like make them super hot, and then use it with your bare skin and fucking fight someone else with a sword full force, and see if there's at no point does that fucking hot part touch your fucking arm when you go to swing back and they fucking hit you at an unexpected moment or some shit.
Let's see. Maybe he sucks. I don't remember. I know he does. He tries to do some sword technique.
Let's take a look.
The way we came up with this idea is I saw a video online by Von Pook. I hope I'm pronouncing him right. You guys might want to go by there, subscribe to him, check him out. And they had put markers on the end of a Zweihander, or greatsword. And gentleman is a stage fighter that reenacts medieval combat. He swung the Zweihander around, and he barely nicked himself with one move here, you know, on the arm or on the arm. He nicked himself with one move doing a flamboyant thing you probably wouldn't do in combat. But we thought, well, we'll take it a step further, and you guys want to go check theirs out. Put a link for it. But right here, we're going to put paint on these and see what happens.
Okay.
So I'm going to do
you got
that
paint
right now.
I mean, I'm sure the result is none of the paint gets on him, because otherwise he wouldn't even have uploaded this.
Let's see what
yeah,
he
but
does
I mean, heat does work differently, though. I mean, if something's generating heat, you're going to feel that even if you're not necessarily touching it.
There can be only one.
Yeah, it's very Highlander-ish.
And of course, this is supposed to be
Was the handle that long in the movie?
You did something
I don't
like
think it was quite that
this,
long,
you
but
hit
whatever.
your arm or something. I don't know. I'm just not seeing you hurting yourself with them, and these are extremely long quillions. I mean, these are like ridiculous. Even doing classic style techniques and stuff. I'm not picturing any of it.
What do you mean you're not picturing it? All right, here's actually going to get a fight.
And with a lightsaber blade, I think this would be pretty much fatal for the person. One thing I noticed about this blade is it seems to be longer in the actual trailer than the other lightsabers. Like a long sword or a hand-and-a-half sword, bastard sword.
I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. I mean, I still think it's too much of a liability. Because all it takes is one fucking move. Like, if you turn it the wrong way one time,
I love the way
you get hit or jostled the wrong way one time, it's going to fucking hit you.
I love the look on his face when he was playing with the sword. Oh, my God.
I mean, I don't think it's practical. I think it looks silly.
If we give the prequels anything, Darth Maul's like dual blade actually did seem like it made sense.
Yeah,
it was like a staff.
It was like a staff, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that to me makes sense. But like some of these other crazy things that like fans have cooked up, like the lightsaber whips and shit like that is so dumb. That would not work. You know, anybody. I mean, like, why don't you make a sword that actually has like a cross guard that you literally cannot use? Like, make it a fucking flame, because it really wouldn't be that hard to do it. You know, you have like blow torches and shit that can blow these concentrated flames. So why don't you make one of those, and then you go have an extended sword fight with somebody, and we'll see if you never burn your fucking arm.
All right, moving on. Guess who thinks Star Wars is satanic?
Let me guess.
I bet you're surprised.
I am
Can't
shocked.
believe. Mario, stop it.
He probably just doesn't like it because there was no gay characters. You know, and Mario is gay.
Hey, sweetie.
I don't know if you guys realize this, but Mario did recently come out of the
Look at all
closet
your different colored hats.
as a homosexual.
Yeah, you should tweet him and congratulate him.
You also can just tell just by looking at Mario.
Everyone, let Mario know.
He has that look.
Let Mario know that you support him coming out of the closet. You might not agree with all of his beliefs, but you agree with his sexuality.
It's his worldview.
You know, and that's, we stand by him. And, you know, Mario, we're proud to have you as our gay Christian conspiracist friend. Really proud.
Hey everyone, it's TVC Mario, and you're here for another edition of Satanic Illuminati Media Exposed. In today's video, I want to make an expose on the new Star Wars movie that's being put out in theaters this weekend called Star Wars The Force Awakens. You've obviously heard about it. This is a massive, massive, massive thing. And I needed to make an expose for it because there is a very subtle...
An expose.
You need to make an expose for it because this is your modus operandi. It always has been. Take what's popular, say it's satanic.
And this is the most popular thing going on now.
That's all you fucking do. That's your entire shtick. Something's popular, it's satanic. Something's popular, it's satanic. It's tired, Mario. It's fucking tired, all right? This is not an expose. This is just you... prattling on about your stupid fucking worldview that no one should care about.
Look at the triangle.
For some reason they do.
Look at the triangle.
Oh, there's triangles everywhere.
Agenda. Listen to this.
Okay.
You know, I think my last mentor probably was
Joseph Campbell.
Joe Campbell, who asked a lot of the interesting questions and exposed me to a lot of things that made me very interested in a lot more of the cosmic questions and the mystery. When I was 10 years old, I asked my mother, I said, well, there's only one God. Why are there so many religions? And over the years, I've been pondering that question ever since. And it would seem to me that the conclusion I've come to is that all the religions are true.
That's the exact opposite of the conclusion you should have come to. But, you know, congratulations on coming to a conclusion, I guess.
You just see a different part of the elephant. I put
I hate that.
into the movies in order to try to awaken a certain kind of spirituality.
So the Force is just like the vagueness of. That's why they never explain it too much until he goes into like it's metachlorians.
No.
Keep it.
No.
I said that to Scotty
magical thing
during the
vague
movie.
Magical thing
During the movie last night.
Oh, that's just mean.
I turned to Scotty like when they were talking about the Force and like what it was. I looked at him and said midichlorians.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
George Lucas has no fucking...
I could tell that you hate George Lucas.
He's a piece of shit.
Oh, God, he's fucking terrible.
I would piss on his grave.
Oh, yeah, dude, I would be dancing on his grave and pissing on it.
Fuck him.
Young people. More a belief in God than a belief in particular.
Yeah.
You know that fucking speech you made to me today about Star Wars and like our generations and shit? You need to fucking do that.
I was going to make that a video.
Oh, you're going to make that a video? Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Religious system.
All right, so there you have George Lucas, creator of Star Wars, saying that he used these movies to awaken a certain kind of spirituality in young people. And what is that
George
spirituality?
Lucas did not direct or was not really credited as a writer for this movie.
Yeah, George Lucas had very little input on The Force Awakens, but even then, all George Lucas was saying was that he studied comparative mythology. He came to the conclusion that maybe all religions have something right. They're just they're seeing different aspects of the same basic force that all people connect to spiritually. Now, I don't agree with that, but that's what he said. He didn't say anything about some satanic fucking power, all right? You're so fucking stupid. And God, I fucking hate the fact that you're popular. I hate the fact that there are people stupid enough to watch this and be like, ah!
They're gay.
Like,
TJ,
really?
this is the alternative media.
No, listen. It'd be better. If there was some kind of weapon, if anyone out there can create technology that can just send death rays through a video and kill Mario's audience entirely, please do so. Because you will improve the gene pool tremendously just by doing that.
Oh, the Illuminati has that
And you can put it in the next Transformers movie, too. You want to talk about something that's propaganda? Those Transformers movies, I'm convinced, are making people dumber.
TJ, you're just part of the Illuminati's plan.
Those Transformers movies.
TJ, you're part of their plan.
Luciferian Gnosticism. Now, we need to stop here and even focus on a few other things that he said.
No.
Notice what he said here. He had a conversation with his mom when he was 10 years old, and he was questioning, is there only one God? And he couldn't wrap his head around that. So he fell away into New Age, Gnostic, Eastern metaphysical, false spirituality.
No, he didn't fall into any of that. If you actually listen to what he said that he thinks that all religions are valid. All,
TJ.
Not just Eastern religions. You understand that he thinks Christianity is valid too, right? You understand that? Even your fucking crazy worldview, he would probably say, well, maybe there's something to that.
But he has Brett
You're
Keane.
just seeing a different part of the elephant, Mario.
He has Brett Keane syndrome, though. Like, when you say something to Mario, he just goes like, huh?
What?
Huh?
I don't understand what you said, so I'm going to make up my own bullshit, like I always do, because I'm the vigilant fucking moron Mario.
Like the last time he was on the show, like, didn't he just, like, suddenly disappear and, like, he was just gone?
Yeah.
I mean, so...
The Illuminati shut him down.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. That's what it was.
Probably pussed out because he's a fucking cowardly bitch.
Yeah, probably.
And not only that, but really got awakened to that form of spirituality so much that he wanted to share it with his audience. And
Oh my God, Mario, you're so fucking dumb.
You know what? I want Galen to talk to the vigilant Christian Mario.
Oh my God, that would not.
I want this.
last long.
No, that has to happen.
It wouldn't last long, is what I'm saying.
That's fine.
I don't care. I need Galen in his prime to actually explain to Mario things that Mario literally cannot understand on his own, and probably won't understand even after Galen explains them. But I just want to see, because the shit he's talking right now, as much as it pisses me off, I know like Galen would be like scarlet red and shit. So as soon as Galen's health is better and it won't give him a heart attack to even hear this,
I bet you Mario won't even do it.
Mario's a puss. He's a bull puss. Buy the Jim Ass shirt.
Yes, bull puss.
Bull puss. Thumbs up for bull puss.
Yeah, give this video a thumbs
to
up.
awaken them to that form of spirituality that is clearly...
I mean, like, another thing, George Lucas, once again, has... I mean, like, George Lucas was working on his own version of the episodes 7, 8, and 9, but when he sold it to Disney... He lost the ability to do that. They kept him on as a consultant, but basically the reports are saying that they used very few of George Lucas's ideas.
Why would you?
Yeah.
I never knew there was
Just
this
look
much
at the fucking
green in the
prequels.
entire galaxy.
That was the one they used to placate him. So he wasn't even that involved in this. So attacking George Lucas doesn't really make a lot of sense. From the perspective of attacking this movie, unless you're just saying that the template he set up of Star Wars is somehow anti-religious because it invokes the Force. Well, the Force is not... It's not indoctrination, all right? It's just a fucking storytelling
TJ,
device.
it doesn't fucking pay lip service to his beliefs, so it's all
in this
bullshit.
fictional universe where Jesus didn't exist at all, they're supposed to just all be Christians anyway.
Yeah, it's pretend, Mario. All right? It takes place in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away where no one's fucking heard of Jesus, all right? And even if they had, I mean, so are you basically saying, like, you would approve of these movies if Alec Guinness has told Luke, like, use the force of God, Luke.
Yeah, of Jesus.
Use the power of Jesus. And then he'd be like, yeah, these movies are great.
Yeah, he's got to make the shot at the Death Star. Jesus fucking, like, Luke, it's me, Jesus.
Use the Christ, Luke. Jesus will guide your torpedo.
It'd be a much better movie then, guys.
It'd be way better.
Yes.
clearly against God and his word.
No.
So be on guard.
You're clearly
be
not.
vigilant. There are satanic, Luciferian, Gnostic preachers who are creating movies and in them placing their spiritual beliefs to share that with people. I don't need to create a movie and...
this movie is created to make lots and lots of money.
What is it like? Mario, can I ask you a question? What is it like to just wake up every day and just be wrong about every single thing?
Dude, he's a paranoid
Until you go to bed that night.
He is a paranoid wreck. Every video in which Mario's talking about himself, he's like a paranoid... Oh my God! Everyone's out to get me. Everything's a conspiracy.
I mean, seriously, what is it like to always be wrong about everything? Like, how does that feel? I just want to know. Like, I'm sure I'm wrong about stuff. Everyone's wrong about stuff every now and then. Some people are more wrong than others. But goddamn, Mario, I've never met someone who literally could not get one fucking thing right. Ever. Like, Brett Keane has a better track record than you. That's fucking sad.
Subtly put, like a little snake, all these subtle biblical things in order to lure you into my belief system. But Satan has his preachers out there in Hollywood doing this. Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and all the Star Wars movie is a satanic sermon. You are watching it, and you just heard,
oh my God, you're so dumb. It's all about making money.
Director, the producer.
There were Star Wars oranges, Mario. Are the oranges fucking the part of the Illuminati too?
Yeah, probably.
You know, come on. This is all about making money on merchandise and selling this fucking movie. The movie is just designed to sell as much shit as possible. You think that BB-8 just happened to be a character? It's like, no, he's going to be cups, he's going to be on bed sheets, he's going to be on fucking curds, he's going to be everywhere. You're a stupid fuck, Mario.
Well, that's because, you know, every time a child has a BB-8 blanket, you know, Satan gets a little more power. Somehow.
If that's the case, then Satan will be plenty powerful.
All right, before we move on to the next thing, want to remind everyone, if you're shopping on Amazon for anything coming up here, take a look in the description for this video. There are some links for our Amazon affiliate links.
Got to get that last minute butt plug. Use the Drunken Peasants affiliate
Use
link.
It's, you know, if you're already buying something anyway, it does nothing but help out the show without you having to donate anything or do anything extra. And it helps out the show tremendously. And also, if you didn't hear our announcement earlier, we're now RSVPing for the meetup in LA, and people are now letting us know
who's coming and how many they're bringing, if anybody.
Yep.
TJ, you're going to be coming?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah. No. Paul will be there. All four of us will be there.
We forced Paul at gunpoint to attend.
Yes.
Paul will be there. TJ will be there. Scotty will be there. Ben will be there.
I will be trashed.
Probably.
Depends on what venue we're in.
Ben was not trashed at actually. Well, you know, at the Amsterdam one, you were definitely trashed, but you were a different kind of trash.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you.
Oh, yeah.
the blue triangle.
Saw blue triangle everywhere I
smoked so much weed and just took so much shit. I just went to a smart shop. It's like, give me all the stuff.
The reason you saw a triangle because all that Illuminati proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
Is that what happened? Is it like
Mario was right?
Is it like the shit in Amsterdam programs our brains for Illuminati
I'm now a
shit?
follower of Mario's.
Well, you might as well follow Mark Dice because that's where he stole everything.
Okay, fuck that. Mark Dice. I'm a follower of Mark Dice.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a video that I believe is going to argue the case that we're not politically correct enough in society today.
Okay.
I think.
Is it Steve Shives or something?
No.
How's it going, guys? So I've noticed a lot of people talking about something lately, and that is political correctness. Mainly, I've been seeing an avalanche of people complaining about how it's gone too far.
We're all trying to be politically correct.
Politically correct.
PC gone mad.
Political correctness has replaced the scales of justice.
The politically correct
Okay.
assholes out there.
PC terrorism.
Hey, it's that guy.
PC police are out in force.
The PC police are out to censor everyone. They want to destroy comedy and promote their agenda of, I don't know, world domination or something. Point is, it's a complaint I've been hearing a lot, and it's a complaint that I want to address.
It's a valid complaint. We've seen it time and time again with a bunch of whiners who go, I'm offended, so change whatever you're doing and saying to please me.
Mainly because discussion surrounding this topic doesn't seem to have moved past two opposing groups screaming at each other at the top of their lungs. But what I have trouble understanding is why someone would be opposed to the whole idea of political correctness in the first place. After all, being PC just means recognizing that your words have power and have
Avada Kedavra! Wish those words had power.
If only.
Someone in the chat said this is Mario's boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Oh, yeah, it is.
This is Mario's little boy toy, huh?
When Mario moves
who's
down,
the top?
When Mario moves down to Tallahassee.
That's offensive, TJ.
I know, I'm glad.
To fulfill his dreams at last. of being a hairstylist.
Have
That's
the
what's going to
capacity
happen.
to hurt people, and so you try to make it a point to avoid doing that. Which
Yeah, except for there's so many people who can be hurt by any words anyone says for any reason. Like people, I mean, like, have you not seen these people out there that literally complain about every single fucking thing that anybody could
I don't
ever
think
say?
anyone is saying that no political correctness ever is good. I mean, yeah, there's certain times where it's like, okay, maybe I shouldn't say this. That's understandable, but it's like when you have these feminists who have to run everything, and these SJWs who have to run everything through this advanced filtering system, like, well, I can't offend anyone, so what can I actually say? What are their pronouns? What's this? Like, they want you to go through this fucking internal checklist before you actually make a statement. How authentic is a statement going to be if you have to fucking basically cross-reference shit and check? Was this going to offend anyone? Is going to piss anyone off?
Also, why do you assume that no one should ever have their feelings hurt? Why do you assume that no one should ever be offended?
Yeah, why is that the optimal state of being?
Like, do you think that it's good to just never be challenged? That you should never be taken out of your comfort zone? That you should never be confronted with ideas you don't like? Huh? Do you really believe that? Because that's really dumb. I'm sorry if that offends you, but I'm actually not sorry if that offends you, because fuck you.
Sorry, not sorry.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you like Mario does every night.
doesn't seem that awful to me, so what's all the fuss about?
We've reached a point where people are afraid to actually talk about what they want to say. We've got to get over this sensitivity. It keeps people...
Okay, you're forcing us to agree with this idiot right now.
I don't even agree that that's the reason why, though. I mean, it's not even about people being afraid, because I ain't afraid. Ben Carson's obviously not afraid to say whatever he wants, and most of these people who are against these PC assholes aren't afraid. The reason it's not even because we're afraid, it's because we're fucking annoyed. You motherfuckers are annoying. Quit trying to tell people how to talk. Quit trying to be language police. Fuck you. I'm going to say what I want. You don't like it? Fuck off.
People from saying what they really believe.
Oh, I see. You don't like political correctness because it makes you afraid to express yourself honestly.
No.
Well, let's see what we can do about that. First off, can we stop referring to them as the PC police or the PC Gestapo or whatever? No one is going to...
Yeah, I actually like PC pussies better.
Yeah, I prefer SJW retards.
Yeah.
That's a good one,
So
too.
thanks. Yeah, we won't use the... Because when you say police... You might get the confusion in your head that they're actually like badass or could enforce any of their bullshit decrees.
Or they have or it's an actual organization, which they're not.
Yeah, so yeah, PC pussies, PC pussbags, PC douchebags, SJW fucktards, you know, things like that, phrases like that. That'd probably be more appropriate. You're right. You got a good point there, buddy. You really do.
Arrest you or throw you in jail, much less a gas chamber, so let's stop being dramatic. I'm not saying that there are not people out there who take the concept of political correctness and social justice to an extreme, because there totally are, and because I work on the internet, I see them a lot.
Wait a minute, guys. Hold on. I just saw someone in the chat. I just saw someone in the chat say, yeah, that is a pretty good screenshot. I just saw someone in the chat say that TJ is a salty piece of shit. I'm offended. I don't feel like this is a safe
Shut
space.
this chat down, Ben.
So we're leaving. I'm leaving. I'm not going to do this show. I don't feel comfortable doing this show. I'm offended right now. I think it's disgusting that people just don't care about my feelings. And I got to go.
Okay. Bye, TJ.
Oh, wait. Actually, I forgot I'm not a pussy. So I'm going to stay.
Okay.
And there are also people who use those concepts and those ideas as license to be problematic. But to use the term police is a little bit of a mischaracterization, because police forces are largely organized. They have ranks and deputies and commanding officers and internal affairs bureaus and all that. Whereas...
And even though I have my criticisms of police, I could say they're not like total pussies like you.
The PC police, as you refer to them, is more of a mob, but in the pitchforks and torches sense of the word. And it's worth mentioning that a lot of people...
So you're comparing yourself to a mob?
An angry mob,
favorably?
Which is basically derived of an emotional response without any sort of rational, basis for what they're doing. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's a fair comparison.
Sure.
That's a fair comparison.
You're like a dumb, angry mob of morons. I agree.
Yep.
I never thought we'd come to this consensus, but apparently we have.
People are in this mob because they already spend their days carrying a lot of anger with them. It could be from years of mistreatment and marginalization by society. Or it could just
No, it's not because of that. It's because they're spoiled fucking brats who don't really know what real problems are.
Yeah, I agree.
From the fact that they hate their boss or their job or their roommate or their life or whatever. Point is, when these people take to comment sections and message boards and social media and call people racists and homophobes in all caps, part of what they're really doing is just expressing all of that pent-up anger. And they're doing so in a way that makes them feel good and decent and justified and a good person. In their minds, it's okay to use this person as a punching bag because they're a bad person or...
What's that?
I was just saying, don't let it run too long.
I think we're pretty much done with it anyway.
All right. So, sum up your feelings, TJ.
PC is bad.
PC pussy.
All right. Let's
and
see.
It's not neat.
It's not neat.
It's not neat.
All right. Here's one.
Is Disney Pixar sexist?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yo, 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 look,
Yo.
I got beer, a cool hat, and a handy-dandy clickable annotation. This is Grace's reaction to Dear Girlfriend.
We played one of her feminism videos before, and she actually laughed at it, so she's kind of a good sport, but I'm sure this video is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And on my second channel, it's pretty freaking cute if you haven't seen it already. Just saying.
Yeah, all right.
And you can click subscribe while you're over there if you want. Sometimes I
How about you subscribe to the Drunken Peasants instead, huh? Yeah.
post things.
Sometimes
I don't.
Whoa. Whoa, your music is so loud.
All right.
And semi-nerdy factoid about myself, I have a slight obsession with Disney Pixar. Ever since the release of Toy Story 2, I have seen every Pixar flick in theaters.
Okay. You know, like, even like Cars 2 and shit, because...
Yeah, not really.
Maybe.
That's gross.
Whatever she's into.
You know, we actually went to see, like, we're going to see Cars 2. And then we, like, TJ was driving, so of course he went the wrong way and we couldn't go. But it actually turned out to be, like, a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Also have a half-joking but half-serious fantasy of adopting a chubby Asian child with a healthy sense of adventure so I can have my very own Russell from Up.
I wasn't even laughing at that joke. I was just like, why was that? And there was like a pause where it's like, this is funny.
Problem. And it would be safe to say that I am a Pixar fangirl. This is why I was absolutely appalled when my good friend John posed the question to me.
Is Pixar sexist?
As a diehard feminist who tries to stop the patriarchy with...
You know what? I think we may have already watched this.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and this is the same fucking video. Man, people are sending us the same videos.
Fuck you, people. It's not our fault. It's your fault.
I'm not even gonna. Should we even keep watching it?
No.
We've already covered it.
Yeah, because I remember this part.
Okay.
This is okay. So we're not even gonna keep doing it. Okay, we've seriously already covered this. All right. Okay, I'll give you guys a screenshot though. Since you're
I like how one of her eyes is very slightly open, and the other one's completely closed, and she's got this weird. I don't know, man. Looks like she's in the middle of a stroke or something, man. Pretty fucked.
All right.
So it was worth it just to get that screen.
Yeah. Fuck.
We suffered for your guys' gain.
Yeah. Our memory. Oh, fuck. It sucks having bad memory.
We've covered so many fucking videos.
Yeah.
Like, how can we possibly remember each and every video?
And damn, TJ, you're gonna knock the whole fucking table over.
I barely
big ass legs. Yeah.
And the one time I thought I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna save the day. We've seen this one. We hadn't seen it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So I was like, fuck it. I'm not like, even if there's been a couple times where I have thought something was familiar, but I was like, I don't want to say it because I'm like, my fucking track record is not that great.
Let's fuck it, whatever. Let's do Gail Cord Schuler endorses Donald Trump.
Finally.
I've been following the presidential campaign, and the reason I have to do that is because I'm the American Empress, and the Jesuits are trying to install a president in office who will undermine my conspiracy law and undermine me as the Empress. And my conspiracy law is anti-Jesuit law. I just want to give you all some pointers. It is very important who we elect as the American president, because if the Jesuits put in one of their Jesuit patsies into office, which will be one of their puppets, they will be
the Empress.
like an Adolf Hitler.
Why can't she just appoint the president?
Yeah, I mean, if she's really the Empress of America, why do we even have to have an election? She should be like, Trump is president now.
Why even have a
declare it.
president if we have an empress?
Yeah, I mean, like, enforced. She can clearly see it's not. So how does she even maintain the delusion that it's happening?
People are saying Gail do no sex. No, Gail do brain to brain.
Why is, and her conspiracy law, I wonder, how does she know Gail do brain to brain, baby?
Yeah, come on, guys.
Keep the narrative straight here. She's even had brain-to-brain sex with
Jesus.
With Jesus Christ.
Fuck, man. Jesus tearing that up. Brain-to-brain, of course.
Well, I was going to say, Bubba, I think and Gail might have, something might have gone on there. I mean, Bubba is on the market now.
Bubba's not bi, dude. Bubba's straight up gay. He ain't gonna get Gail.
Well, I mean, it is Gail, though. I mean, she's the Empress of America.
I guess if you're going to turn straight for one woman, it would be Gail.
He's on the market. Just saying, Gail.
Jesuits have a very clever propaganda campaign going on right now. And using their about 95% control over the Western mainstream press, they are trying to
Only
choose the
95%.
next president. You can pretty much tell who to vote for by who is being the most slandered in the news media.
That's a terrible way to decide who to vote for, because some people might get unfairly slandered, but probably there's going to be people out there that get slandered for a good reason, So basically, by that standard, you should vote for the candidate who's been involved in the most scandals and most accusations of corruption and anything else. Which maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea. A fun president.
Right now, these are the candidates I endorse. If you're a Democrat, I would endorse Hillary Clinton. And the reason I say that is because my men have told me that Hillary supports my conspiracy law about 100%. And she's a big fan of my conspiracy law. And I'm going to have a link for my conspiracy law underneath this link. You may say, but...
So,
shit.
This isn't... Yeah, Gail, sorry, you're slipping these days.
Yeah, Gail, go back to talk about dick.
Yeah. People need to hook up G-Time Johnny and Gail. First of all,
we should start.
It'll mellow Gail out.
We should start breeding our own crazy people by getting crazy people together, and then we have future people. It's like planting a seed from which a mighty oak will grow.
I'm concerned about the mule that lives on G-Time Johnny's property. We need to get him some human pussy, apparently.
Oh, really?
My girlfriend is at the door. Holy crap. I can't see you right now, girlfriend. I gotta go.
Okay.
But girlfriend, I gotta go. I can't see you right now. I can't. Oh, man. Okay, fine. Here's a carrot. Right?
Raw.
I love you with all my heart. But it's cold outside. I can't see right now.
He's given more than carrots to that.
Oh, damn.
Man, fuck.
Do you think so?
He's calling his girlfriend. It's kind of weird.
I don't think that's really what's going on, but it is weird.
Nah, man, it's going on. It's happening.
Finally. Keep the door closed. It's going to stay warm in here. Oh, gosh. Oh, I love you, Jenny. Well, I'll just keep the fire burning hot. So me and Jenny
God, this is like a trip into G-Time Johnny's psyche.
I love you all.
Isn't every video that G-Time Johnny makes a trip into G-Time Johnny's psyche?
But this isn't like a philosophy one. This is just I would say this is the most disturbing video I've seen with him.
Hey, girlfriend.
Yeah, this video is just kind of off-putting, okay.
Yeah, you're so pretty.
It's like something you find at the beginning of a horror movie, then just gets weirder and weirder, you know what I mean?
The fire's burning for me and
this is like the fucking found footage they find. They're like, oh shit, we gotta get out of here. Some maniac running around.
Fucking mules.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, G-Time.
Bye. Yeah, bye.
I
don't know.
No comment, G-Time. All right, one more video?
Sure.
Yeah.
Preventing liberals from changing topics.
About fucking time.
We can either do that one or we could do Israel, the world's most moral army. That's a Prager video.
Yeah, let's do. I'm tired of this Prager thing.
All right,
let's try this liberal.
Okay, this is Aaron Cleary.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
Oh, this guy.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com. Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
We should pay him like $5 to make a video promoting our greatness.
Yeah, that's a good
Hey,
idea.
everybody, the old captain here, back from our
Wait a minute. He's wearing a Minions hat.
He is.
Is he trolling?
I don't even know what's
Play
going on.
the
with
troll
that.
music.
The troll music?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a troll. This whole time, he had me going, but now that I see the Minions hat, I realize he's a troll. But I guess we can play it, whatever. But no.
Howdy, lieutenants and
Do the
economists.
intro again.
The most volatile, evil,
Speed on
disgusting
through.
things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
I don't know why that's not working.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
well.
am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking.
You are such an asshole!
You have to use this plus and minus.
Everybody, the old captain here, back from a road trip, and you can see we're back at the regular home office here. And I have a kind of an interesting request. I'm just going to summarize it here. I'll read the email.
Thank you.
This comes from Rod. Aaron, I recently had a conversation with a liberal via text messages about climate change and brought up the data from the Vostok ice core samples. And if you don't know what that is, if you go back, Vostok is a place in Russia, and what they did is they bore some ice cores out, and they could tell how much carbon and effectively recreate the temperatures going back 400,000 years ago. And so I use this as one of the reasons I really don't believe that in man-made global warming, because it is so varied and chaotic that on the chart, the thickness of my thumbnail, not the width, but the thickness of my thumbnail is what everyone's getting their tits in a bundle about in global warming. But when you look at the Vostok ice core data, you look, it's like, this is a joke.
Are you a climate scientist? You know, because
Yeah, I think I trust climate scientists to interpret that data more than asshole consulting with a minion hat for some reason.
I was about to
don't
say,
know.
it's like you really have no credibility when it comes to. It's like, yeah, can you read the scientific data that's out there and literature that's out there and make a determination? Sure, but you're going against the overwhelming consensus. I mean, you're still allowed to have that belief, but I don't think it's really grounded in a scientific basis.
Plus, I mean, there's already so much evidence tying global warming or climate change to
that's not the
CO2
only piece of the
emissions.
puzzle. I mean,
It's not just like, oh, ice cores and nothing else.
This
That's
is
all
the
we got.
smoking gun.
But here's the problem. Yeah, the Earth has actually been hotter before than it is now. I think that if you look at what the Earth was like at that time, you would think it was a pretty inhospitable place towards humans.
Yeah, I mean, and life is on this planet is what, like 3.5 billion years old?
Yeah.
I mean, so 100,000 years is not that much, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know how far back these studies went, but it's definitely not enough to dismiss climate change as an idea.
This is nothing. I mean, it's laughable, and it's one of the key pieces of
It's
data
not
why I just
laughable.
don't believe global warming is
You're an
is
idiot,
a
then.
thing. It
You're
may
a
be
moron.
warning, but it's so irrelevant.
It's not
that you
irrelevant.
can just
You're a
see it
fucking
as a scam.
idiot.
Anyway, so he showed her this, and thus his request here. As you could imagine, she wouldn't even acknowledge that data and tried to change the topic, as you said liberals do. The funny thing is, I have a whole conversation in my files, so I'd love to send it to you for review and use it as an example in a video about arguing with
people
liberals.
continuously
Thanks.
change
so
topics.
I have not read it here. I downloaded it. I pulled it up. I'm going to shrink this a little bit, though. Let's shrink it down to 50. Okay. So he's in the dark, and she is in the light. Okay, so he says, I'm arguing against us causing it. The graphs show, which the climate nuts won't admit, that fluctuations in temperatures have been happening in a predictable pattern for 425 years. But like I said before, the libs don't deal with facts and figures and charts.
You have a chart. This only goes back 425 years. I mean, there's ice cores that go back way further than that. But we've been keeping temperature records for that long, and we know that some of the hottest years on record have actually been in the last 20 years. So if there's this predictable model showing that it's super predictable over 425 years, then how is it that it's hotter now than it's ever been in that 425 year
They're
period?
using scientific modeling to show how climate change is going to affect a variety of aspects of our life. So, I mean, I really don't think that. I really don't get this. Why, like, oh, we're totally opposed to this, and there's no way it could be true, and it's all just like made up. And people like these liberals and people that believe in it don't want to look at the charts and graphs.
Why do climate scientists believe it? Why does the Pentagon take it seriously enough that they plan future military operations and shit based on models of what's going to happen in climate change? You know, the only people who it makes sense want to deny climate change are oil companies and
polluters.
You know, people who are contributing to the problem.
People that are against carbon taxes and things like that. Yeah.
Right. If you're that way, I can understand why you want to lie and fudge the data. But you, just some asshole sitting in his house with a Minions hat, I don't understand what your motivation is for even being in denial. And that's what you are. You're in fucking denial. The scientific evidence is fucking overwhelming.
Well, it's the same thing with evolution. People deny evolution even though there's a mountain of evidence, because you'll have someone like G-Man like, you can't show me this point where this thing happened, so therefore it didn't happen and I'm right. It's like, but it's been demonstrated so many times to be true and so many other, it doesn't matter. It's like, nope.
Go with emotions and ideals. Now she responds, don't generalize. It's a...
Hey, someone in the chat room told us to move on, so I guess they want us to end the show.
All right, show's over.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Shallow